Welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jodie, and along with my long-distance bestie Amanda, we live to break down all the things we love to hate. Each week, we scour TV, TikTok, and pop culture and deliver you our unfiltered, snarky takes on everything. Take a moment to subscribe on YouTube so you catch all our live streams and shows, and follow the links in the banner to subscribe to our free weekly podcast and 2 Patreon shows, We Love to Hate TV and Total Request Podcast, where you request the shows and we break them down. Once subscribed, you have instant access to our massive library of hundreds of past shows and recaps. We promise you'll love it. And listen, we're all friends here, so let us hear from you in the comments. We love getting to know you, and we hope you enjoy the show. All right, let's go. Hello, and welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jodie.
I am Amanada, and it's just us girls today.
Just us, just a little party with us and some of our friends. I have internet.
No boys allowed. Fingers crossed.
What a wonderful, lovely spring day. How are you doing, Amanda?
You know what? I had quite a weekend, which we'll talk about. But by the end of it, I was like, I don't know how people do this. But anyway, we'll get into that. But let's get into some housekeeping really quick, right? Yeah, good.
Yeah, let's blast it out. Hey, first things first, we had what we're calling pop-up girl dinner.
Oh my God, it was so fun.
It was. We talked about Polyfamily. We might have gotten into Karen Reed, just kind of, anything that deserves more than a Hot Topics segment, but maybe not quite like a TRP. So, we got into it. So, and I think we put it on the free feed for everyone. Is that right?
We did, but it's ad-free on the, Patreon, all that fun stuff.
Ooh, lovely. Coming up on Girl Dinner this week, we are doing an episode of Doughgirls, your favorite, Amanda. And we talked about what our top fast food restaurants.
Yeah. Still can't wrap your brain around it.
Yeah. Between Canada and the US. I mean, God, it was hard to think of all that crummy food we don't.
Yeah, we did it pretty quickly, actually, easily.
And then coming up on We Love to Hate TV, Patreon, season 13, episode 5, part 2, Leon's big announcement, where Leon announces that they and Audrey are moving to Chicago. And on Total Request Podcast, season 1, episode 1 of Tires. And I will tell you, we watched the whole rest of the season this weekend. Shane Gillis, a little controversial, but it's a funny show. It is very funny.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Well, really quickly, leave us a voicemail. It's in the show notes down there because we'd love to do a mailbag in the next couple of weeks or so. So leave us a voicemail, ask us literally anything. And for TRP, we have a whole separate Patreon of the backlog of TRP episodes, including Fat Camp and, the pig episode, all the classics from
CSI, Forensic Files.
I think we've done documentaries. I think the Happy Birthday Big Guy might be in there, but I'm going to do a discount. I actually put the discount code in the comments there, but I did it wrong and I ended up charging only 50 cents, but it's going to be like $2. All right. So jump in for your first month. If you sign up this week, it'll be $2 and you get all that shit.
$2 for your first month. Check it out. And honestly, there's got to be hundreds. Yeah. Hundreds and hundreds of episodes.
We never say this, but if you just want the TRP episodes and you don't care about Sister Wives, which you're probably not watching this right now, you could just have that membership because I still post new episodes of TRP there. It's a whole crazy, wacky system that 2 girls in their 40s set up 8 years ago when we first got together.
That's right. Oh, Costa's here. Costa, I was just watching one of your TikToks. Our hair is all the way down. Don't worry. It's going to be all the way up. Actually, I would love suggestions. Throw them in the comments. Getting my hair done this week. And I always default to blonde, but I feel like I need to lean into the brown because the brown. Amanda and I did an episode, A Girl Dinner, with our color charts. We'll talk
Dude,
about it more. And
I want to talk about that because we both were having a rough day. I had 9 dogs, and Paige had a migraine. It was a whole parenting drama.
Yes.
We were both like, all right, let's do this. And by the end of it, it went so off the rails, and it went places.
We did the Sister Wives ladies color charts, color ferns. Yeah, it was a good time. So anyway, let me know what you think I should do for my color. And I think I'm getting some grays. Oh, okay. Anyway, also check out our merch shop, Teespring, Redbubble. Get yourself some fun merch and support the show. Amanda,
right. Yeah,
let's get into some hot topics.
Okay, I just posted in the comments the TRP discount code. We are so professional.
Yes.
What are we doing? Hot topics? Let's go.
Oh, Jay Schwa says, that's my tech savvy mommies with the system.
We're doing our best over here, kind of. I mean, not really.
Oh, I love that. There you go. Amanda, if you can take hold of the comments, because I would like to show you something that I'm very
I thought you were going to say, if you could take over, my internet's about to go out. That's really what I genuinely thought you were going to say. Somebody last week said, you guys should have a cover that says technical difficulties, we'll be right back. I was like, oh, yeah, duh. Do you know how much that would alleviate all stress if we just had that and we had a little song that could play? We just play our own theme song. Okay.
You should just sing.
Yeah, people.
Instead, I'm in the comments like, Amanda, I'm here. Please don't be mad at me.
They can just watch our little meltdown. Okay, let's go. Yeah. I'm in the comments, baby.
Okay, so do you want to talk about the color chart? Do you want to get into it or no? Okay, we'll hold on to it. We'll hold on to it because so
it'll come up later, I believe.
I channeled my inner Janelle this weekend, and we're planting a little Tata Farms of our own here in Wisconsin.
Because you got some fun dogs over there.
I got a new banana candle.
I love that.
Home Goods. Now let me tell you. Guess how much? Let's play this game because this is the most fun game that anyone plays.
Okay, well, I'm assuming you're not spending full price on it.
Guess in the comments if you want. If you're listening, this is a Sweet Bananas Goodies hand-poured banana candle. Okay.
That's a candle that's made of wax that you're touching there?
Oh, there's wax. It's a 3-wick. 3-wick banana, $8.99. Sam says $8.99, $5.99, $5.
I was gonna guess that it's $40, but you got it for $8.99. I was gonna say.
Wow. Brandy Cat 84. Ding, ding, ding. Right on the head. $12.99. Now, would I ever pay $12.99 for this? Never in a million years. But I had to. It's in honor of Mary, and maybe I'll write it off on Texas or something. I don't know, but
just throw up that picture of the banana. Oh wait, you can't anymore.
Oh, we're teasing that one. Okay, I channeled my inner Janelle. We we moved into this house and they hadn't put in any of their own kind of landscaping things. You got to make it your own. We don't have a super private backyard, so we put in some trees, Amanda. Maple trees. You might be familiar because it's kind of Canadian. And I sent you a picture because so we found, okay, guys, Home Depot secret, okay? Go to Home Depot in the way back section. They have taller trees that they're selling. And this has been at 2 Home Depots. So I can at least verify for Wisconsin Home Depots. In the back section, they have trees that are in 7-gallon buckets. And then they have ones that are 12-gallon, whatever. And the bigger the gallon, the bigger the tree, the more expensive. However, Home Depot's maple trees. Amanda, you look so bored.
No, I'm not. You know what I did? I did my nails with gel today, and I was just scratching something off of my thing, which happened to be the gel nail polish. And then I touched it out, and I tasted it. So if you roll back about a minute, you can see me being like, "All right," but no, I'm listening. I'm in. No,
so we scored these trees. They are way more than 7 feet. They say 7 feet, 7-gallon or something like that on it. They're supposed to be 7-foot trees. No, they aren't. It took from all the way the back of an Explorer out over my shoulder, out the front passenger window. And I had to stick my arm out so that it wouldn't like break in the back. So here is a photo of me holding the tree in the cart while Adam went and paid, because you can't really, roll a, I don't know, it's probably like 15 feet tall at this point, but it was catching in the wind, very windy day. So I sent this picture to you, Amanda, and I'm like, oh, who knew? Holding a tree gets windy. It's pretty heavy. Who knew? And I was digging out there, and guess what I got on my nose? Little dirt. Little dirt like Janelle.
You got a little Janelle video way too up close.
Who knew? And then
when Brad moved or he did a show and he drove from New York to Arizona, and he had both cats in the car, and his window, the windows wouldn't go back up. So he sent a picture of himself holding the window up, or I think it was a video, and he's like holding this up for the entire duration of the drive, because if he left it undone, the cats would jump out. So,
oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah, and we got like so many looks, this ridiculous tree, and then we had to do it twice. So amazing. But I think I'm more like Janelle in the sense where like I get like a wild hair up my ass, like Janelle, like, you know what? I want to be a farmer. I like this being outside and, cultivating my land. And then the reality is getting out there and you're like, son of a bitch, it rained. The soil's heavy. You're muddy. You're tired. Oh, thank you. How much were the trees? So we got what should have been like $149 tree. They were, actually, I think I still have the thing in here. $69.99.
Wow.
You wouldn't believe it. Practically free. Like, we were honestly like, you know what? Maybe we should take out the one in the front that's not doing well and put it in.
That's amazing.
No, I know. Life in the suburbs. But yeah, like Janelle, I kind of get why her greenhouse dreams, her farm dreams, they start really strong. And then you're like,
it's like,
maybe next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm a little sore. Maybe I just like take a day off or something.
Well,
I mean,
actually,
it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we should delay this a couple months.
Janelle and you are in the same mindset right now. And as we found out, there was a full moon this week. But we're going to show a video later where she's talking about, sometimes I just decide I don't want to do anything today. So that's what I'm doing today. Just nothing. I just don't want to do anything at all. It's just too much.
Yeah. I'm going to put in the comments the name of the, it was like Autumn Blaze Maple. Look for it at Home Depot. It's something Autumn Blaze, Autumn Fire, Maple.
I just feel like we're just, I feel so much more chill today. We're just hanging out with friends, putting shit in the comments. Because we don't have any like more professional guests that we have to like pretend.
Yeah, hot tips on trees. Well, that's not all. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Mandisha's talking about the hair. Maybe we should, we're going to talk about hair. I do want everyone's opinion.
Okay, let's get to the hair. All right, Amanda and I, we did the color chart. Turns out, still listen to the episode because it was quite the journey to get where we were.
We were like, what's happening? And both of us have hair appointments coming up in the next 2 weeks.
Yes. It says we're both warm or soft autumns. I don't know. But mine suggests, so I had this idea. I'm like, let's use Chat GPT and put it into Chat GPT to like, pull up what our things are, see what it is. And yeah, I mean, it's AI, it's whatever. But then as we were doing it, it asked if we wanted it to give us like a photo of what we would look like with the hair color, because we did our colors and we're like, oh, what hair color would look best on us? Okay, Amanda, Slay Amanda is how I have this saved, because Amanda's like a fucking supermodel in hers.
They give me two options.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna put it up, and you guys have to tell me which one to go with, because both I'm considering. But here is mine.
Great hair. You just did that one. Oh, okay.
Do you want me to do both? Do you want me to do both?
Yeah. Oh, all yeah. Do both, babe.
All right. They give me two options, and I look weird, and it's like I look like me, but like slightly prettier. Boom. I love this. I love AI.
George. So which one do you think? That's what we're kind of,
I've been thinking about doing the darker with the red. I wanted to blast a red in there, but then this little blondie shit is looking real cute.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a honey caramely blonde. I like the
feel
hairdo.
Yeah, I
It
don't
even
have
gave
enough.
you a cute hairdo. You
They
didn't even
gave me an
have your hair
amazing.
like that.
My hair didn't look like that in that selfie.
Oh, okay. Jacob
Darker.
Amanda says darker. The one on the
Wow.
right, lighter. Both are beautiful.
I mean, I feel like once I tell the
Wow.
hairdresser she's gonna want to go with the brown because light takes way more of her own time.
Oh, people.
Right.
See a total
Dark.
mix. We were
We're
thinking
in
the
the
same
mix.
thing.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Summer.
Darker, lighter for
So maybe
summer.
I go lighter and then I do darker for winter. Ooh, I'll wear like a white sweater. But you want to talk about
Yeah.
Jodie?
The chat comments are about to slow all the way down. Okay, so let's again show Amanda's, okay? Undeniably, this is Amanda.
They
Okay.
shaved the tip off my nose. They took a couple wrinkles away. They gave me better hairstyle. Great. So
Okay.
it's like
that. Okay, I'm just gonna throw it up. First of all, not my face. I look like
the more you look at it, it gets funny. And again, this person is not ugly in any way. It's just there's something so funny about this.
Well, first of all, it's like, oh, caramel,
It's
like honey blonde. And then it gives me, thank you. Thank you. People are like, who is that? Oh, look at everyone's like,
Liz, Big
Amanda,
Ed's ex-wife. It's Big Ed's ex-wife, Liz. They look exactly the same.
It's Liz. No, I look, and this is no, but I look like I am either like I just immigrated from like Italy or I'm Latina.
She's a worker. This woman's got chapped hands from all the
This is like Tia Carmen or something.
Yeah,
like I don't know who this is, but it's clearly not me.
We could not stop laughing.
I was like all excited.
The more you
my idea, by the way, I'm like, let's do Chat GPT.
I was against
like,
it. I hate chat. I hate AI. I'm like, I fucking love AI. AI loves me.
Okay, well, at least I'm feeling like relieved.
They gave you the worst hair color possible. Don't do that hair color.
I took a very clear selfie. Like it just changed.
Yeah, like what did they do? It's like I don't know what they did because I guess it's like a family member of you. I see you in there, but like what a crazy difference from mine.
Yeah, it's like definitely.
It's like because we were gonna
you. People would look at that and be like, "Oh, that's Amanda."
Yeah, because we were gonna just make it's like stop your camera. We were just gonna do this,
okay,
and like have it be like. So like when I go to
if anyone notices.
Yeah, and see if anyone notices. And I genuinely think no one would notice on mine. Like it wouldn't even click. But if you throw this up, people will be like, what is that a picture of on Jodie's?
Oh, that's a good point. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me come back. Did it change my eye color? Oh, good point. Because it did say it was like, it got my eye color. It was like, oh, green, hazel.
Yeah,
it changed to a fucking brown. Fuck. Okay, what did I do? Well, that said, I don't know where we're going with this. Oh, also did a shopping trip, went to the Home Depot. Then, we had to swing by the Walmart. And look what I found for a little Mr. Kayla Brush.
God. I saw that you had an Old Spice thing
Superman themed shower gel, of course, because Kayla Brush is a big Superman fan. We know that because he wore a Garanimals matching swim outfit, would we call that? Swim shirt, swim shorts for Maddie's
when Maddie was giving birth and Kody was there, just like Vagina Daddy.
Yeah.
Kody is the new Vagina Daddy. Oh my God, sorry.
Speaking of Kayla Brush, we caught up with a man who kind of looks like Kayla Brush, but more age appropriate for his wife. And that is on the show that we did a pop-up girl dinner on, Polyfamily. But we did want to touch on this here because everyone's talking about what's going on with this Polyfamily. That is a show on TLC Discovery Plus. And there's supposed to be episode 4 tonight or tomorrow night, I believe.
It airs on such a weird day. It should air before Sister Wives or something.
It absolutely should. But I can see why they didn't do that because this reads a little this does read very
Yeah.
sexually based, weird. They go weird according to.
I watched this episode this morning at 6:30 a.m. and then I passed right back out. Oh, I didn't talk about my weekend really quickly. I took in this dog for just 2 nights. She came, she's a big Rottweiler-esque dog, and it was such a nightmare. In my 8 years of doing this, I've never met a dog so unsocialized and so anxious. It was like a golden doodle's anxiety, but like in a Rottweiler body. So like it tried to bite me. It went after my cat. I tried to grab it.
So you're saying some dogs can chase and bite.
Well, it's the owner's fault though, because it was not socialized. Anyway, it was a terrible experience. So the first night I was up every 30 minutes because we would pass out and then the dog would hear something and start barking. And so I was up every 30 minutes. I didn't sleep the whole first night. And then the second night, the dog finally tired itself out because it hadn't even closed its eyes yet. So I did get some sleep. But anyway, that said, that on Saturday, I woke up so tired and just bitchy. And my first thought was, this is what like moms are talking about. Like they're doing like with the babies and like not sleeping. It's the added layer of like thinking maybe I can sleep, but then you can't really fall asleep because you're probably going to have to wake up at some point.
Well, you're always a late sleeper.
It drove me so insane that I was like, there's no way I could do. Like, how do you all do this?
I mean, those dogs stay at your house.
Long the baby after one day, I'd be like, I'm putting this thing up for adoption. I couldn't do it. I mean, honestly, kudos to all of you. How are you doing this? I mean, honestly, you're all much stronger women than me. I slept 14 hours last night. It was amazing. But anyway, so back to Polyfam. I watched this and then immediately passed out as I was listening to Corey and Carly on my podcast. And then I was having such a deep sleep that then I dreamt that I was at Garrison's funeral with the Browns, but Polyfamily was also there.
Sorry, I'm confirming the American Girl dolls in the back are.
They are.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to address
I'm kind of in a weird mental state right now because in my dream, I dreamt that we were at Garrison's funeral with the Browns and Polyfamily and Corey and Carly. And I could just hear their entire podcast being played over the thing. And I just woke up and stuff was happening with Polyfamily. Sean was trying to hit on us. And I hate them even more now that they were like in such a visceral dream of mine. And I really hate Sean. And this most recent episode, all I can really say is this is an example that you and I always talk about is, okay, well, you let me know when you're going to be over this. And then I'm going to continue to move on with my life, but I'm good with whatever. You're mad, but like you let me know when you're done with this because I'm not going to now cater to you. We've all apologized. All of us. We all feel
again,
bad.
I've talked about this. There are, and this could be men or women, but I've lived in this experience where someone's mood sets the tone for the house. It's like Mary, I think I've assigned some hunger. You bring in energy into the room. And Sean, seen here in the photo on the left, he's like the bald redhead. He brings an energy into the room. And last week we found out, it came out, it was on Reddit, it was everywhere, that Sean has 5 previous kids, 2 stepkids, 3 biological. He has some founded, according to this letter, I don't know, I guess we have to say allegedly, that there were some founded allegations that DHS found. And he's living with a young girl that's not his own. And that's what he was accused of. Like, this is all just crazy. Now, just this morning, I was like, I couldn't really find anything because, we're going to talk about Karen Reed, but today in court's a little boring. So I'm like, I'll check in with that later. Obviously I'll review the testimony every evening as one does. And, I typed in Polyfamily because I'm like, God, did Max just not put the episode up? And then I found out it plays on a different night, but I found that they took part in a documentary. If you go on YouTube and you just search Polyfamily, it'll come up in that first initial list. I want to say it's from a documentary company called Truthfully or Truly or something. And this was a couple years ago. And in the interview portion of it, he says in front of the other three, oh, well, I've raised kids in the past, or I have older kids. So he does acknowledge it a couple years ago. So at least this isn't brand new information that Tyler and Alicia are finding out about. But
no, I think they knew everything from the beginning, which is why I kind of don't feel as bad. Like Alicia, like I feel bad for her and like as much as I can because she's clearly been dragged into this. But like at a certain time, you also do need to be the adult and the responsible parent. And like now you're really choosing yourself over your kids' safety and mental health. This is
yeah, I'm surprised I guess they can't just like yank it without
they did adults adopting adults.
Which makes us think that has to be really bad if they pulled that. That was on what, A&E? That was a great, really scary show. I would love to know updates on that one.
Yeah, we started recapping the whole thing.
But it makes me so uncomfortable to watch it, but I will watch it because I just kind of want to see what happens, or maybe I'll fast forward through certain things. But Tyler on the right, I know people are like, oh, he's cute, he's whatever. I don't know, just this whole thing. I don't think Alicia is as okay with it as she says she is. She's like, I mean, it kind of bothers me that he's falling in love with Taya, but Sean and I have something great too. Well, we're not doing that fun thing where we just rip on each other and make each other feel like shit. It's real fun.
I hate Taya. And I hate Sean. And I hate Tyler. Tyler, I hate, oh my God, his smug smile. I'm sure it is a nervous, like smiley tick. But like, I can't stand it because it comes across as smug. And it seemed, I don't actually think he sent that text because I can't believe this is now the second episode in a row. We're still talking about the text because Sean can't get the fuck over it. But I don't think he meant to send that on purpose. I think he was just like, here's a text to the group text. And then everyone's finding out that is not true. He could still be the father.
You could have a B and an O, or you can have BB and get an O.
Yeah. So whatever. But anyway, but then when Tyler talks to him about it, the fact that he's still smugly smiling the whole time makes me think that he did send this text on purpose. Either way, it was an accident. It was an oversight. Everyone said sorry. Everyone felt bad for as long as they could. And they're going on this family trip for Taya's birthday. And Sean in the morning, Sean's fucking freaking, he's screaming. It's like Kody in Hawaii. And everyone's like walking on eggshells around him for Taya's birthday. They all have to gather in the car together and drive.
That's how he maintains power.
Yeah, of course.
Because he makes everyone so miserable. He's like a baby.
Yeah.
He makes everyone so miserable. So now they tiptoe around him. So that's how he maintains control. He just is like grumpy and quiet. And he does like the silent guilt trips, the silent treatment. Ugh. But I also saw in this documentary, and by the way, it's only 8 minutes. There's like, it's an 8-minute segment of like a bigger thing, but it'll come right up, and it has like 347,000 views because everyone quickly Googled and has been catching up on this video that's a couple of years old. But the little boys that they have now, the toddlers, are babies. They're maybe like 8 months old in this thing, and I am I have a really good knack for identifying like the little person gene and things like that. I am fairly confident, 99% sure that Alicia's kid, like you can really tell when it's a baby, it's Sean's. That is not Tyler's baby.
Oh, the one that looks like, there's a kid that looks exactly like Tyler. He's just walking around with Tyler's face, and then Sean.
That's Taya's first one. He has like kind of wider set eyes like Taya.
He looks exact, and he's got the dark hair. That's the other thing, is when you have a ginger husband and then a dark brown haired husband, and you don't want to know who the dad is, like you're really setting yourself up for failure there.
Yeah, honestly, you could probably look at their hair color and eye color and figure out just based on that, Anyway, they're a train wreck, but I'm gonna kind of keep watching it.
Yeah, I'm
another thing that I was
fascinated by them, and another thing that I actually like is that there's only 4 of them, and they constantly are saying all the names. So I feel like I can really sit and watch it because I know who every character is.
Yeah, that's true, and it's easy to just kind of pop in and pop out because it's not as if there's some happiness it's ever going to last. Like this isn't going to last. And I feel bad for those kids.
Do you think the formula that TLC is discovering really works is when you have a show with kind of all the adults are terrible, but then one is so awful that like, cause that's why we watch this show to like hate Robin and Kody, Robin more so possibly.
Yeah.
You have to have like that scapegoat. Oh, dear, the Brown family scapegoat. You have to have that. And it does work.
And you have to have a voice of reason. Which like 90 Day Fiance, they always have like the friends or the family member. They're the voice of reason that come in. They're like, are you sure you want to do this? Which I feel like Alicia is maybe like the voice of reason on this thing.
They moved in with them though after like 6 weeks, I think.
Oh yeah, because we found out in the Girl Dinner episode that that Taya and Sean, neither of them had jobs. They didn't have a house. So like, gee, I wonder why Sean
great for them.
They'd be living together soon. Okay, so let's jump over to the latest episode of The Rehearsal. It's on HBO Max because Max now has gone back, right?
Yeah, they big announcement, and they went back from Max to HBO Max. And my response to this is, we never stopped fucking calling it that. I was always calling it HBO Max. HBO. It's like if Twitter, if X went back to Twitter, everyone would be like, yeah, that's what it has been. So anyway, but like I'm glad that Max,
the artist formerly known as Prince. I mean, let's just
Prince is by the way. Holy shit, dude! This is all your fault because I didn't watch TikTok for 2 days because I was following this dog around, and then I'm like, oh, let's catch up on everything Jodie sent me. You sent me like audio of like men being fucked by Diddy.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know if it's real. I sent it to you so that you could tell me if it's real.
I don't fucking know, but I do have that. I did meet LeBron James while dressed as Super Grover.
Well, did it sound like LeBron having a good time? If you know what I mean, Amanda.
Dude, and then I couldn't stop looking up. There's a bunch of audios of different men, and I just
that was more traumatic, way more traumatic than Requiem for a Dream ass to ass, which is the scariest, creepiest thing I've ever heard. That LeBron James P. Diddy. There's a TikTok that has audio.
Five times, just like back to back.
Who's doing? I can't tell who's who.
I think Diddy's the aggressor. You guys can look it up. I mean, again, we have no idea. These are TikToks that we saw, but
no, it's really. I don't.
Face says there's a 7-hour video of Freak Off and the jurors will be watching it. Look, now that dog's gone, this will be my Karen read. So I will come with the Diddy info.
Are they filming in the courtroom for the Diddy trial?
No, but they're like giving like lots, and I don't know how we're getting leaked audio, but obviously people are lining up to get in there. So they're obviously doing audio recordings. They're doing lots of sketches.
Allegedly, P. Diddy was blackmailing or he was like holding something over Steve Harvey's head for the past.
Yeah. And then people are saying, allegedly. And then this was actually making sense because a lot of the conspiracy theories were like, well, Bernie Mac or something. And then like Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey had some rivalry. And then Bernie Mac died of pneumonia. And then that brought on this other stuff about all these other people who have died from like pneumonia, like Brittany Murphy and shit like that. And so like this like goes all the way down. And like millions of fucking comments of like,
and there's like an Ellen DeGeneres tie-in or something. Like, I don't know. Oh, okay, Meredith saying she heard it, assumed it was fake.
It sounded really real. I
mean, you could do anything with AI, I guess, but it's too creepy for me and too like traumatic. I don't know. I don't like that kind of stuff. And this whole thing with like Justin Bieber being part of it.
Pizza in some weird video because like pizza
was that him?
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. I don't get it.
You put Justin Bieber on our cover this morning, by the way.
I did. You got that yummy, 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 yummy.
Guess what? I didn't get it because I don't know that. I've never heard that song.
What? How have I heard that? You haven't.
When I saw this, I was like, I typed in Justin Bieber yummy. It came right up. And then I put it as our story because that was like the worst part of the episode for me. Okay, but back to the rehearsal. I switched the timestamp to LeBron James. Or maybe I should call it the Diddy Trial. Okay.
Yes. So the rehearsal. So on HBO Max on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. These comments you guys are just like so great in the comments. I stand justified in my Steve Harvey hate. Yeah. There's always something there. There's a little darkness. There's something.
I like Keenan
There's
as
something.
him. Keenan? Yeah, Keenan.
So yeah, the rehearsal this week took a totally different feel than last week. So last week's rehearsal,
they spent all their money last week.
it was so good. Please watch this show. There's just no way to describe it. But last week was great. There was one of the funniest moments of TV that you and I thought was just hilarious. He does this whole thing.
Don't tell anyone about the
Sully Lynn. Okay. Anyway, if you know, you know. Last night's episode, it was almost like difficult to watch because it really goes into how the first season of the rehearsal, and even part of this season, advocates for autism awareness and law making changes and things like that. I'm not articulating it great, but that they really took to this show, and they're
because Nathan's like definitely on the spectrum.
Well, yeah. So it really is like
this isn't just a character complete. I mean, like he might just be full Andy Kaufman. He was married. It talks about this. The weirdest thing is that he was married for like a time. He doesn't talk about it. Like, I know that he just never talked about it. But then on one episode, it was like showed him hanging something up and he was wearing a wedding ring. And then he went on some random podcast that has like no listeners with like a girl and her mom. And that was the podcast. And her mom just happened to like the show. He came on and then this mom asked him about it. And he's like, yeah, I was married just for like a little bit. It didn't work out. I'm like, that is mind blowing to me.
Okay. Well, this episode, I think it's pretty much like hinting like, dude, are you on the autism spectrum? And him exhibiting and showing all of these behaviors that would be indicative of someone on the spectrum. And he's like, is he getting it? Is he not? He kind of does like this 2 or 3 questions for an autism screening. And that he talks to one of the Senate leaders for like the Autism Council, and he gets a meeting with him. And just watching that was really uncomfortable because he doesn't do a rehearsal for it. Anyway, you have to watch it. It's very different than the other episodes. So I'm interested in
what the most recent one is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm just still watching the one from last week with the Oh my God, I'm so excited. That is fascinating. I didn't even know what you were talking about this whole time. I thought you were talking about something you saw.
No, and then next week is the season finale of it already.
Oh, someone in here, Andy said, who here can thinks Nathan Fielder can get it? Yeah, no, I think that's pretty much the consensus online of like all girl, because like he's smart, he's funny. Like we're all not. We could have him on the short list that we would do the girl dinner of men we'd feel safe around. Maybe Nathan Fielder.
Oh yeah. Yes, we're gonna do a girl dinner, man versus bear.
Yeah.
What man would we actually go into a forest with?
Nathan Fielder. I would. Tom Hanks, I'm not sure now and Jodie, we know she doesn't like that he likes to eat his girlfriend out.
Yeah. She wants to fuck her after school.
Makes him a bad guy, I guess. He wants to please his girlfriend.
I don't know if Tom Hanks is going to be like really that resourceful out there. I feel like I'm going to be taking care of him. He's been a celebrity for so long.
It's not a situation where you're stuck in the woods. It's just like if you're in a room, would you rather be in a room with a man or a bear? Isn't that what it is more?
Oh, I thought it was if you were in the forest, would you like trust
I guess or forest. I guess, but I don't think the idea is who's going to get you out. Who's going to be resourceful? I think it's just
that's what I'm thinking about. Okay. I'm thinking about the work that's going to be involved while I'm out there, because we all know the man isn't going to be like sourcing bark for me to eat or make some sort of a tea or a tincture to keep me healthy out there. Hey, smash that like, right? Yeah, smash that like. That means just like thumbs up. Okay. Now let's get into SNL.
All right. I was so
season finale.
Yeah, season finale of the 50th year. So this is a big one. The whole talk all online. Here is all the two other listeners of us who are helping keeping SNL in business here in the chat. Let us know because it's just us.
Yeah.
The consent all week has been who's leaving. Where everyone's pretty sure Mikey Day was going to leave, Colin Jost, Michael Che. They were all going to leave, and maybe one other person was in there. But so that and usually they will kind of announce it, and then the person will get like a send off, like Phil Hartman, Chris Farley, Kristen Wiig. I had everyone dance with her at the end. Like the big people will usually get a send off, but it wasn't announced in the episode. And Scarlett Johansson was hosting, which also seemed like, oh, Colin Jost, obviously. They had her come out in Weekend Update. They did the joke swap. Didn't mention it there. Yeah, she is really gorgeous. Like I think that she is just so like stunning.
I think she's had really solid work done.
I just think her body
looks good. Like she's got to be careful with fillers. Like she's got, like full high cheeks already. And I just think the work she's gotten done is just like, it's
perfect.
It's just impeccable because she truly looks just like 15 years younger.
She also could possibly not have had work done. She's only our age.
Oh, she definitely has. Like her skin is tight.
I'm thinking about maybe getting Botox, but it seems like a whole
thing. Do it.
Yeah. All right, maybe. Okay. Then there was but anyway, wait, hang on. Take this off for a second. Let me finish this.
Okay.
As we know, I love to tangent. Then at the end of the episode, she did the goodbyes. Nobody like mentioned it, and then she started like saying, "Lauren, I know you don't like to be singled out, but congratulations on 50 years." And then it just cut. And they don't usually do that. If they go over, they just go over. And I was saying this to John yesterday in our Patreon over at Pod in the City.
It didn't cut for me.
Really? They did cut it in the broadcast. They cut it. But they did. Okay. You could see what happened at the end?
Yeah. Like, did you see Colin come up and gave her roses? And then like at the end, the music plays. They turn around. They're all hugging each other. I saw that. Thanking
Lauren McDonald. So then there was a whole conspiracy of like, oh, like, did Lauren like want her to cut it? But then they didn't. But so then the stuff that you saw, I did see that Bowen and Sarah Sherman seem to be hugging like really hard. So people think that both of them are leaving. I didn't even think Bowen would leave, but I guess like he has every right to leave. He's been on there like 10 years.
I assumed because also there was that sketch that was like pretty much just saying what their roles are on the show. Like they had that, who's that young kid? Marcello.
Yeah, Marcello, yeah.
Like he was like, oh, he's like the heartthrob or something, which I still don't get. But I assumed that, like Sarah Sherman, Heidi Gardner, Mikey Day, Bowen, Ego. I assume
I don't think it was Michael Che and Joe's. And they're saying who's gonna be the Weekend Update anchor. And a lot of people are floating Michael Longfellow, and I think he would actually be perfect.
Oh, okay. I could see that.
Like, who do you think out of the Bowen? I think would have been great at it. Actually, I feel like he should do that because then he wouldn't have to work as much. Like, he wouldn't have to he could maybe take more time off if he just kind of showed up and read jokes. But
I don't know. I don't know. I just assumed that they were going, and yet, like, why all this? Like, barely anyone watches it. Just tell us who's staying and who's leaving,
Yeah, well, it must be something contractual because, like, it just seemed weird. It seemed like I was waiting and edging the whole time and nothing happened. But let's go over a couple of the sketches. I thought I don't have this one.
Okay, we have to talk about this one.
I loved this. I gotta say, Mike Myers, even though his comedy, like Austin Powers especially, is so dated in exactly 1994 or whatever it was, but I'm impressed with his ability to follow comedy and inflections of like comedy now because like he like seemed to really fit into this current sketch. And I just feel like even like Dana Carvey even comes in, or Martin Short will come into a sketch today and it'll still be Martin Short kind of from the 90s, which is fine. But Mike Myers seems to really kind of progress. He seems to kind of know who he is. He can kind of make fun of himself. So they did this elevator sketch with him and he's like, oh my God, is that Kanye West? And it's just him and Keenan standing there. Keenan's Kanye, and they're just both facing forward, and it's so perfect. It's exactly what you needed it to be.
Let's see. Lala Mug says it cut for us in Canada because even though we are watching the American NBC channel, it shows us the global Canada feed. I think it has something to do with PanCon.
All right. Well, but I guess I didn't miss anything, though. I guess so. no conspiracy. But anyway, hilarious.
Yeah.
And what's this?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, nice, I guess. So there's
Yeah.
Ben and Sarah. And I thought the sketch with Bad Bunny and Marcello was funny, where they were like fighting in the bar and they were both like speaking in another language and the women like couldn't understand them. It's an easy concept.
Oh,
That's fine. It's fine.
I don't think it was like great skits or anything. I mean,
No, for the finale, like, okay, fine.
Fine.
All right, you want to talk about my favorite topic?
I know. So excited. So, okay. There is on Netflix, they have put out, it's a 30 for 30. And I think it's called like June 17th, 1994. And it talks about how there were, on that day, there was like a handful of like extraordinary wild things that happened in the world of sports. Yes, on that date, one of them being the OJ chase. And as Adam and I were watching it and Charlie came in and I was like, oh, the OJ chase, we were talking about like where we were and blah, blah, blah. And we're like, oh God, when did he die again? And I pulled it up. And just as I was pulling it up, you texted me. And so I was like, oh, it's a sign like of anyone to text me at the exact moment I pull up OJ. Oh, you're muted. But also I love this screenshot because I still have you saved in my phone with Amber Portwood's
photo.
I
got pretty pissed about that. I was like, I hate that I'm a picture of fucking Amber. Fucking psychopath.
So Gary. But if you notice, like a couple crossover things here. If you notice, he died April 10th, 2024. He actually died on Garrison's birthday.
Oh, that's what you were like. Do you notice the date he died? And I was like, April 10th. Okay.
Yeah, Aww. It was his birthday. And then the ultimate crossover. So, guys, there's like a whole OJ thing going on that no one's talking about. Apparently his son, Justin, has been squatting at the house that he died in. So when I pulled this up.
Oh, that kid might have been there.
This is how an ADHD OCD brain works. Is I just have to go into everything. So April 10th, 2024. And I was like, no, he wasn't in prison when he died. Where was he? So yeah, so I pulled it up and it said like he died in his home and it had the address. So, oh my goodness. Oh, read Beaker Face's thing here.
I was just in an Airbnb this weekend where in the basement there was a huge banner that had a pic of the OJ chase with "The juice is loose." That is so niche and like what a bold move to put in your Airbnb, but that's our people right there. That's our people.
So I went into this wormhole to figure out like, okay, where is this house that he died in? Did they tear it down? Because I know they tore down Rockingham, right? So they didn't. Apparently his son, the house that he died in last year, his son's been squatting in basically. And they've been like trying to sell it. There's pictures of it up on Zillow. And so when I pulled it up, another crossover, I sent this to you and I'm like, Housekeeping in the bed. What is under the sheets in that master bedroom, guys?
It actually
looks like a body under the snow.
It doesn't look like a body. It actually looks like an indent, like someone had been living in the bed. Like, doesn't it look
on
like
the one side?
It looks like there's just an indent, like a
but also like there's like a suitcase under the sheet.
Oh yeah, there definitely is something under there,
right? Yeah, stolen safe.
Have you ever seen the Bob Crane death picture? I've seen that quite a few times.
Bob Crane? No. What is that?
He's the guy from Hogan's Heroes and his like best friend who he used to have like sex parties with. There's a movie about it called Autofocus starring Greg Kinnear. And
whoa, that's like going back to P. Diddy there. Oosh.
Oh, by the way, our next episode of Girls Dinner, guys, we're gonna just do a memory of Serial, the podcast Serial. We are just gonna do that. We're just gonna work from memory.
It's gonna be all Amanda's because I told her I'm like, those were the years when I had like a 1 and a 2-year-old. Yeah, my brain's just been filled with all other things besides that, but we're gonna go into it. So speaking of Housekeeping, let's get into a little Karen Reed update.
Right.
one of my favorite things is filling you in on Karen Reed, Amanda, because it's my life. It's what I do. It's what I do now.
Last week. We might do another pop-up. If more shit happens with Karen Reed, let me know.
I mean, this is just wild. Again, I'm not even sure if she's not guilty. I do think there's a chance that she accidentally reversed into her boyfriend. However, the case is just like, it's awful. They don't have a solid case against her. It's corrupt. Things have been done incorrectly. Last week, Yuri Buchanan took the stand. He was Michael Proctor's boss, former state trooper Michael Proctor, which the defense is dropping because, as we've talked about, no one can say that there has been a previous trial, that there was a mistrial. The jury can't know that. So they're like speaking all around it, just saying in prior proceedings, Yuri Buchanan took the stand and just really came across as, I think he came across kind of dumb at times. I think he came off as like obstinate and just confirmed that it's an old boys club there. Like it is systemic. And in him taking the defense for Michael Proctor, he did like the opposite of everything that they're supposed to be doing. So he really shit the bed for the process. He did the best he could, but they just don't have a case. Also, a big thing that came out towards the end of last week was about this guy, Higgins. Okay.
Is this the hot guy?
Yeah, hot. Yes. So Higgins,
God. Okay.
Yeah. So Karen and John and his niece and nephew, his niece took the stand earlier this week too, to just say like, started out really great. They were really tight, she and Karen, and then they just started like fighting more. But whatever. So Higgins and Karen were texting, kind of flirting, and it's very obvious Karen was doing what like a lot of women would do. John supposedly kissed someone a week or two earlier when they were in Aruba on a vacation. So now she's going to get back at him and she's going to flirt with this guy who would absolutely call us fat and give us a ticket.
The Auntie Krista says the coverage isn't quite as exciting when Jodie doesn't sound like she's calling from court recess. That was really funny last week. Actually. I mean, it was horrible.
I was getting ready like, Karen, she's not killing. I was in a full frantic. God. Okay, let's get back to this. This is really important. So,
all right,
Higgins, they got video from Canton PD that Higgins, an ATF agent, on the night that John O'Keefe died at like 1:30. So Karen left at like 20, you guys, and then Higgins rolls in for 7 minutes or like 9 minutes at Canton PD. He goes in wearing this pair of shoes. He leaves wearing a different pair. They show him on a cell phone that he now doesn't have because he threw it away.
Like we all do.
Story.
Yeah.
But that video was new. And Yuri Buchanan, this guy, didn't know about it. So imagine him finding out about Higgins. He found out about Proctor, who he's been kind of going to bat for here, kind of because he has to, had a much more substantial relationship with the Alberts than he told his boss. So that's got to be like I'm going to kill this guy when I see him. It's going off the rails. Now, this morning and last week, there was some just really boring testimony from experts about like cell phone data and like time and all this boring shit. There's a lot of sidebars, a lot of what do they call them, like voir dires, like where they still question witnesses on the stand, but not in the presence of the jury. So I don't know how there'd be any way that this thing could lead to a conviction unless that jury is all full of people who are related to law enforcement who know about the case. There's just so many holes in it, like even more than there was the first trial.
And when is this going to be over? There's still a whole other.
You're glib. You're glib. Amanda, you're glib.
Matt.
The Commonwealth has not wrapped up their witnesses yet. So they haven't wrapped up their side of the case. We still have the defense to do their whole side. So we got a couple weeks.
All right. Well, it's content for us.
All right, let's get into some Teen Mom. Hey, look what I found at Home Goods. Gary. Gary, you got some corn, some popcorn, Gary.
Cucumbers.
Got some cucumbers, Gary. What's going on in Teen Mom
You
world?
changed my name maybe on Netflix to Gary's Bay.
Oh, I did?
That
sounds like something I would do, yeah.
Ad-free, luxurious streaming services that we have. Okay, so great.
Right. I just thought it was funny. I'm like, someone named their popcorn Gary. Just want to get Gary.
Remember when Gary sold cookies out of his house?
Oh yeah, he had a candle company, I think, for a while too.
I think he did jerky maybe at one point. Gross.
Did he do origami owl? Like the necklace charms? He probably would.
Anything to avoid actually working. But what do we got here? Okay, so Teen Mom. Okay, all this drama is going on, and I don't really like to indulge in Janelle or Farrah because I think Farrah's a rotten to the core person.
Dark.
Just really dark. Janelle, I think, is more situational. I think that there's some good in Janelle, and it's just so far gone. It goes so far back, and now Jace is, after meeting with Farrah, as we all saw last week, Farrah, Janelle, and then Ashley hung out and got tacos for whatever fucking thing they're shilling on MTV, some special of the losers of MTV. But now I guess Farrah and Janelle are besties, which is that's so sad when you're in this group because you have to be that you're in this group because you are one of the outcasts. No one else wants you.
Yeah.
So Janelle sent Jace to live with his birth father, who we've only met once, I think,
Insane.
on Skype, when he met Jace when Jace was 1, because he had to be in another state, because the second he moves back to their state, he gets slapped with all the child support charges.
Oh, I thought it was because he was modeling. Remember his modeling
He was also modeling. You could tell just by looking at him. But anyway, Jace is there with this. What a weird choice. Would the court really do that?
Let him live with his dad?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's nothing to prove Andrew's a dangerous guy. He's just a deadbeat dad, but so are so many out there. So I guess no one else can handle Jace. Janelle did this long TikTok about, well, I just couldn't handle him, and my mom's too old to handle him, and he just gets really mad, and of course, not taking accountability. But so he's living with him.
I wonder where he learned that. Cut back to every scene that Jace is in, and there are adults screaming, yelling, throwing,
swearing.
Things.
Yeah. So that article came out, and then Caitlyn, which I don't know why she's fucking doing this, because I think Caitlyn, for the most part, Beltira, for the most part, comes across pretty scot-free in general. People more empathize with her. She's gone through all this postpartum, suicidal tendencies, which are good to show on the show. So I think everyone's been kind of always rooting for her.
Yeah.
But then she does shit like this, where it's why are you poking this bear? I would never do this. She posted, I feel so bad for poor Jace. So that starts off a fucking shitstorm of all these adults in their almost 40s having a fight over, I think this is maybe Twitter or Instagram. I'm hoping it's Instagram. But so I think this is Farrah or Janelle. This is Janelle reposting Caitlyn's Instagram saying, I feel so bad. And she wrote on top of that, oh, I feel so bad for poor Carly. So then Janelle tweets, mentioning my son's name for clout. I don't do that when it comes to Carly at Caitlyn Lowell. Great. Now Farrah jumps in here, and Farrah is posting a
Thank God for that.
Yeah, well, this is who I want on my team. Actually, maybe I do. Farrah's kind of like a Kristen Doty, but Kristen Doty's Farrah light, where it's you'd want her on your team. I'd let Farrah go after your ex or my ex, maybe, just to let let them have it. Just,
right.
As a little punishment. Yep. But I guess Farrah got a bunch of messages or whatever commenting to she must be the one that wrote the Carly thing. I feel bad for Carly. So then people started responding to that story, talking shit on Caitlyn, and Farrah started just reposting all of those messages from random viewers just talking shit on Caitlyn about how she's fat. Farrah posted this one. She wrote, "Guess which teen mom?" And she goes, this is somebody writing to Farrah. "Let's also not forget to mention the Weight Watchers never worked. The therapy never worked. Giving her baby away never worked. The horse therapy never worked. Her man basically calls her a heifer, and he is definitely playing for the other team. Not wrong. She's huge. She's a slob. She's full of excuses." Farrah hearted that and then posted this, which, come on, girl. And what's this?
She's huge. She's a slob.
Yeah.
Like, that's so just low blow. Fuck you.
What a bitch. And then Janelle now posted this on top of 3 other stories. And she just wrote, "I'm happy Jace is getting to spend time with his dad. I feel so bad for Caitlyn Lowell, who married her brother." And, oh no, this is Farrah. No, this is Janelle post. I don't know what this is. It's a mess. It's like a Janelle posting from Maddie from Tatum Farm. But
oh my God.
I'm happy Jace is getting to spend time with his dad. I feel so bad for Caitlyn Lowell, spelt wrong, who married her brother and gave her child away at birth, yet has 3 kids at home, and her oldest does not want to speak to her at all. So it's a real shit show. And apparently on this Thursday's episode of Teen Mom, season finale, Dr. Drew, who we all love, who diagnosed Tom Sandoval as not a narcissist. So he's really good at his job.
And thinks Chelsea should really give ADAM another chance.
Yeah. Well, he did go on Jax's podcast and he gave Jax the narcissist test. And he said, "So the highest I've ever gotten is 32 points and you came in at a 28. So it's not great." So he was at least kind of holding. Jax was like, "Oh, wow." So
that was just like really, really low for no reason. Like that.
So this week it's going to end with, first it's going to end with Leah Shirley sending Amber the message being like, "I don't want to talk to you. This has nothing to do with anyone else. I don't like you. Go away." And then her sending it. And then it shows Amber being like, "Why is Leah calling? What's Leah texting about?" So we're going to like watch her text. So funny. So Dr. Drew is going to call. He called them last week. Caitlyn Tyler, he says, "Do you mind if I reach out to Brandon and Teresa?" Because the thing that they're hanging on to is, we don't know if it's Carly that wants this. We think that it's just Brandon and Teresa. So if she does want us to talk to her, we want to make sure that she damn well knows that we still love her. So Dr. Drew's like, "May I ask?" So then shows next week, he's going to call back and be like, "Carly wrote a song for you." And that's all we know. I'm assuming that the answer is going to be, "I don't like you, go away." But Carly wrote a song for them, which I don't know is going to be played in the episode, but
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Wow, a little songstress.
Yeah.
It's just a little.
Leah Messer's story is really just dealing with Allie, Curly Allie, being really angsty and really being pissed that she has to use this wheelchair because she's never conditioned to do it as a kid. And wow, weird how that finally came back to bite Leah and Corey in the ass, like we were all saying 4 years. That's the end of my Teen Mom.
Leah just went to Dr. Sau because she was excited that he gave her girls as suckers. She didn't think she actually had to follow through and do anything.
Mild ideas from a professional.
It's just for funsies.
Yeah.
All right, Amanda, I think we are ready for a town that is brown. So if you want to check out our Sister Wives coverage and listen and watch along with us, stay tuned for part 2.
No, that happens after Browntown, baby. Don't you worry.
Oh, are you sure?
I'm so sure.
Oh.
Browntown. Everything's waiting for Pooh.
Yeah, remember, usually I'll take my bathroom break before the recap, and then you do all that, and then you jump in the comments, and then I'm back in 30 seconds.
I forgot about your bathroom break. I'll pencil that one in. I was going to say, with that Browntown entrance, I always think it's hilarious when we have guests on, and they're like,
"Oh my God, I know."
Like they see it for the first time with the splat, and they're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. I mean, everyone seemed to like it so far. Right.
Yeah. Some people weren't liking it, but Christine Christine is loving life with David.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really reconsidering my singlehood when I see this. Christine and David built what is this called?
It's like a rack.
A rack in their garage. This is what it says. There's something so special about having a partner who shows up, gets in the mess with you, and makes the heavy things feel lighter. Whether it's building a life or building a weight set, teamwork makes it better and more fun. Grateful for a love that works with me. This is what I did like. She then wrote her hashtags.
The hashtags.
Hashtag teamwork, fine. Hashtag healthy love, great. Hashtag relationship goals. Now, the thing with hashtag relationship goals, I don't think you're supposed to do that for yourself. Other people, you want other people to say that about you. It's kind of gross when you say it about yourself, but fine. This is a time-lapse sped up video of her and David doing this. But the most interesting part of this, which I clocked real quick, is that David has a whole rack of, and then somebody on our Facebook group got it zoomed in, and because I would never have known what this is, but it is a Star Wars collection. And you know what? I gotta respect this. I like that David's a nerd. I love that.
Okay.
It makes him feel a little more safe to me, actually. And he gives them all like I like this. And there's one episode where it showed David in the background and they're in the kitchen. And after someone closes the fridge, David goes over and just wipes the stainless steel in the fridge. And I was like, I find that so hot that he
basement flooded.
Yes. So I love that this is kind of, he has it all organized and sorted and still in there. I appreciate that. And it's in the garage, which is a great place. It's not out with all the pretty things in the house.
I'm looking at that ceiling fan. That's all my eyes straight to the ceiling fan because I want one of these in my closet. Because that's where I get dressed and get ready. It's like a light and a ceiling fan.
Oh, wow. I don't really get hot anymore. But you know what?
I don't get hot anymore, she says.
I'm not drunk all the time.
I've never had a pang of hate for you, Amanda.
I wanted to say that I think that the garage seems like the most appropriate place for your Star Wars collection. And what else? Oh, a huge giant poster of your son who passed away tragically. The garage is the perfect spot for that. Yeah. I want to also say the other podcasts that I've listened to so far have slowly come over to our happy place of, no, we're going to talk shit on Kody and Robin from the first Garrison episode. Everyone seems to be joining us over here. Isn't it much more fun over here?
We'll talk about it as we go through. I think there is room and there is time for both kinds of emotions.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah. Sure. All right. What else we got here? That's all for Christine. But I guess let's then move into Christine adjacent. Gwen, who looks like Hannah Einenbacher from Hacks, right? That's what I think. I think they look identical. She's so gorgeous. Fucking love Gwen. I relate the most to her because she's always talking about how she's neurodivergent.
That's posture.
Great. Oh, amazing posture. She did an interview in my dream. I was talking to Gwen about this. We had a very boring conversation. I'm like, did you get paid for that? She's like, we got paid a little bit. And I was like, oh, good. That's good. You should be getting paid. Okay. Yeah. So she did this interview with People Magazine, which was they interviewed a bunch of kids. I think one of the Goslins might've been in there. I only read Gwen's part, but she gave a really nice, sober, answer to all this. And she said that she would do it again. And the thing that she's pointed this out on her podcast when she used to have it too, was she can't really knock them because they were living in literal poverty before. They did not know where their next meal was coming from. And she's like, how could we not want it when we all got to get out of that? We got to not wonder where our next meal, we got to live in these nice houses. Of course I wouldn't get back. But I mean, all throughout that, it was like, no, it was rough. And we all fought for camera time, but then at the end, it's sometimes you're having a really bad day and I'm going through puberty and now the cameras are here and I can't Christine, I guess, would have a separate room, a no contact zone for if anyone just needed to not have the cameras around. And Christine apparently was the first one to be no, we're going to always set maybe some contractors set aside money for the kids' college and a car. Christine at least did that. This was all in the art.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked but Gwen had mentioned also that, they didn't shoot in their bedrooms and that there was really only one time that she went outside and was go, had a anger scream.
Yes.
and looked over and saw the
did.
cameras were there. We're like, fuck, I have no privacy. But yeah, then they didn't use it. So that
would
nice.
suck. And we talked about that, how awful it was that fight between Gabe and Garrison, or Gabe and Hunter, had to be shown, where he was like getting reprimanded, and then they brought in like, it's like, that is so embarrassing, and that's like such a core memory, humiliating, and that has to be like on TV. I'd be so pissed about that.
Yeah. I mean, how many times we've said over the years, what would we have done if there were smartphones, camera phones in high school,
Facebook,
middle school? Oh my God.
The ways people could have bullied me.
Yeah, and now you have that and a camera crew that, like, you know, is sending this out to millions of people forever. And the show is only gaining steam. More and more people get to watch your embarrassing teenage meltdown every day. People are watching this for the first time and getting a new insight into it. And Maddie said that in one of her interviews, where she's like, people come up to me all the time and said, oh, I hated you on the show. And she's like, when I was 14 years old. Yeah.
That's the point.
I didn't even know you.
Yeah. I was going through a little bit. I was going through a lot of stuff in the moment.
Yeah. Kathy, this is a really great point. And the anthropology students were there during that fight. I would love to get those anthropology students and be like, hey, you want to amend any of your findings and tell us what you really saw?
Kody was a showboat. There's a crossover episode we did with Corey and Carly on their podcast. I believe we guested with them on the anthropology episode.
Yeah, and I think the what was her name? Antoinette. I think she did point out that that Kody like spends more time with Solomon, that he's always,
and Robin's like, what do you mean, like the older kids, like the teenagers?
Like the older kids, they don't want to hug and kiss him, but you know, so he deserves to be with kids that want to do that.
That just happens to be because Solomon had a bad teeth, because I obviously let him suck on like a salt lick. Great. What else? What else we got here? Okay, Janelle. Let's move into Janelle. Now, look, Janelle is everyone's mom on Instagram. And I mean, we like to kind of like make fun like we would to our own mom. It's like, oh, mom, you're posting lettuce.
It's out of love.
It's out of love.
It's ripping out of love.
I'm appreciating it even more now, because we're watching all these older episodes on our Patreon where Janelle has been saying from like day one that she wishes she could just have a garden and live out in the land. And so it's nice to see she's doing it. Like right now, she's living that life. She's doing everything she wanted to do. Hopefully she finds a man. But first of all, she posted this plate. She wrote, I totally in love with my Mother's Day gift from Mash and Rose 11. And it's a plate with some kids' hands on it and feet. I actually think it's nice.
So cute.
I think this is actually kind of stylish. I think Janelle will probably eat off of this thing. She'll throw it right in the dishwasher.
Oh God, washes them right off.
Watch it, paint all over everything else.
A Brillo pad or like a sponge daddy.
Stainless steel.
Rubbing it off.
Gotta get all the dirt off. Great, super cute. As she's working with lettuce. First harvest from our little garden fresh lettuce wraps for dinner tonight. Amazing, Janelle.
Little grilled shrimp and blueberries in there.
Oh,
as you know, Janelle loves a shrimp and blueberry salad.
A little combo.
That might have been the original Who Knew.
I think it might have been, because she definitely wrote Who Knew? No one. Because that's not a thing.
Right.
This lettuce looks good too. This looks gorgeous.
It looks amazing. Yeah.
And here we go. Yes, the garden needs to be weeded, but our lettuce is sure going crazy. She's all about the lettuce. I know it won't last much longer. It's getting so warm, but we are enjoying it. She put beets, little beets down there. It's going to turn your pee purple. So don't get scared when you
really does it.
It looks like blood when you poop the next day. So you always have to remember, yes, I had beets.
Wow, okay. I'm not a beet fan, so okay.
But you're Ukrainian and Polish, Jodie. It's in your blood.
I don't like the texture, and the flavor. I just
the pickled beet. You throw it on a salad.
Ooh, no.
Yeah, fine. Broccoli and cauliflower she's got working on there too. This looks beautiful, Janelle.
It does.
This is wonderful.
Very Janelle. I love it.
Yes. And she's just so happy out there doing that.
So cute.
Oh, Janelle also posted this video. Here it is. It's just about, sometimes in life you just don't want to take a day to do nothing. This is like kind of long one because it's 3 stories. So just sit with it. Sit with Janelle. Let's all sit with our mom.
It's a random Wednesday. And today I just woke up and I knew I needed a nervous system reset. I've been traveling and I've been busy and it's been fun. And I am just worn out. So I think it's probably 11:30 before I even got out of my pajamas today, but I don't know, feels kind of nice to just stay home. It's unusual for a Wednesday. Usually this is a Saturday thing or something like that, but yeah, just needed a day. My nervous system was like, we're done. I just need to do nothing today. So I'm just puttering, my mom would say, puttering around the house. Possibly coinciding with the fact that I've decided that my caffeine intake has been sort of inching up to the levels that I'm like, not so much. So I started to cut that back a few days ago. And I think finally my nervous system is calming down. You know how it is. You're busy. You're just keeping going. And sometimes you just got to pull that caffeine intake back. And the sun came out today for the first time in like, I don't know how many days. It rained on me all day, all the time in Santa Fe. But we've had pretty good bouts of sun today. We had 4 inches of rain already this week. So pretty good. Like we've had a few rainstorms today, but really good intervals of sun. I've got to get out to our garden. Everything's going crazy, including the weeds. But yeah, it's going to be kind of muddy, so I'm going to give it a day.
The end. Bye.
What did I tell you? I actually gave that exact example of you're going to get out there and be like, oh, God, I mean, it's just rain. Oh, I'll just do it another day. It's like wet.
Yeah.
There's like grass out there and like weeds.
Full stream of consciousness. I know a text came in from Carla, Johnny's mom, during that. I was like so nervous. I was like, oh God, that's right. It's a dog.
Oh God, she is. I love how everyone just loves her. Yeah. She's such a mom. Oh, who knew?
And we're not even like mildly making fun of her anymore. We're just like, that's so great that you get to do that.
Adorable. She is adorable.
Looks gorgeous. By the way, we did the color chart and we couldn't even figure out Janelle's color because she looks good in everything.
She does, but we do think
figure out either.
I do think she's a classic winter, but she looks great in everything.
For sure. Now, Robin, we looked at her color, the color chart she thinks she is, which is lots of purples, and it is absolutely.
She thinks she's a winter.
Worst color. Yeah. Purple is like the worst color on her. So too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm a purple girl too, which I hate because also Robin is, but I don't wear purple because it looks weird on me.
That's okay.
Come on, Robin.
Auntie Krista says puttering. I loved that too. My mom called it puttering. I just puttered, but you gotta reel back that intake. And another thing, like I jumped. I did not know she was gonna keep.
You know, in the second one, it paused for a second, so like it didn't catch it. But when she does these, she'll do this thing where she goes first. She does the millennial pause, and then she goes. And she puts her like this is one of her ticks when she does it.
Yeah, I
like
noticed that. I lean a lot, but she does this and with her pinky a lot. Like she has an erect pinky.
It's cute though. She looks very like cozy and like maybe she knows people will take screenshots. And then one last thing here, Gabriel, hot off the press, is on Cameo. I watched this video of him like talking. He's so cute. He's at this bar and he's like, I'm on Cameo. I'm doing birthdays, bar mitzvahs, graduations, whatever. He's like, I'm excited to meet all of you and get to know you. And it's really cute. And I took a picture here. $55 Canadian, 55 Canadian. So that's probably like 45 US, I would think.
Okay.
Which is a reason he could charge more though. I really think all these kids should just charge.
I think that's solid though, because it's not too much where people are going to be
Cody's is 250. But that's because he knows people are trolling though.
Well, for sure.
Yeah, obviously. So
yeah, for you, Gabe, get it.
Don't send us one because I don't want the Browns to think that this is our thing where we like bait them to send us funny things because we don't.
No. And again, for the record, I was not trying to bait Peyton. Like I sincerely thought, like, oh, if any of the Browns, he's going to have like some, like a good dirty joke.
If Gabe had been up there, you would have got Gabe, obviously, but he wasn't available then. You were just trying to get the best Brown at the time. Like, sure.
Yeah.
Great.
And as we know, he is the best Brown. Well, I don't know. Christine's got some good ones too. Well, anyway.
Christine's got some weird ones though. Let's be honest. All right. I think that's it though for Brown Town. I think that's all that happened. It was I was gonna like maybe I'll throw some Kody Robin comments in there. If you guys want some dark shit, check out Kody and Robin's Instagram comments. If you really just want to like see your rage, maybe thoughts that we've had that we would never actually write out to somebody on their Instagram, but thoughts you might agree with a little bit. Go check out Kody and Robin's Instagram. Again, Robin has like 17.5 1,000 comments on her more recent one.
I wonder exactly how many of those are positive. Like,
I was just gonna
9?
say, I bet.
Are we in like single digits,
I think
double
it's
digits?
still, yeah, like if you, because you know how you kind of round up, it would still be 17.5 negative, but then there would be like a sprinkling of positive,
Yeah.
but it would still go to 17.5 negative. All right, let's see. Oh man, on our episode that airs next week, I had just watched this episode, but you hadn't. I'd watched the screener, and I was like, she says this weird thing about, I don't know if anyone else is gonna catch it. Something she calls Kody like hot or something. And then you said yummy later. I'm like, I think that's the word she used. And then I was so happy to see that everyone else also caught on to how fucking weird that was.
Yeah, it was very weird. Okay, and we are going to watch that on part 2. So if you want to watch that,
I'm gonna take my bathroom break.
Around. Hello, and welcome back to part 2 of this week's episode. As you know, we are going to be watching and listening along. We can't play the video or else, we'll get dinged and we don't want to have that. So we'll give you timestamps. You can watch this on Discovery Plus. You can watch it on Max. And we'll give you comments. We'll snark. If you're here in the chat, let us know what you think. And I'm looking at Amanda's lovely new hairdo and her little selfie cam. And there's our third co-host. There
you'll be watching it with us girls here. With me and Liz. Me and Liz are 90 Day Fiance.
All right. Okay. So, Jessica says, I'll take Christine lap dancing all day, every day over that. Next week, we go to the tell nothings. Yeah, it should be interesting next week with the tell-alls.
Ooh, and next week also, today is Victoria Day, so we took today off from guests, and then next week is Memorial Day, which we took off from guests, and then we have From the Friar and then Cara Berry to like round out the season. So that's lovely. Yay! Let us know if you guys have anyone else. We've reached out to other people. Some people couldn't do it, so don't think that we were leaving anyone out. We reached out to a bunch of people, but it's kind of short notice. Blah blah blah. All right. Let me set this up here.
Okay, so we are on season 19. While we're kind of pulling this up, did you do we know season 20 if it's taping? If it
does anyone know? Let us know, guys. Oh yeah, Rebecca here says sending Gabe a message on Cameos, and you can also send him a message for like $9 Canadian, so $5 probably, just to be like hot. Like I think that's a great thing too. Of just like, hey, we like you. We're supporting you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we are on season 19, episode 25. He heals the brokenhearted. The family has gathered in Wyoming to honor Garrison and lay him to rest in the family plot next to his grandparents. Kody digs a grave for his son's ashes, and the family says their goodbyes.
I haven't watched this since Thursday when we got the screener, and I was kind of barely watching it because like the thought of like going through this again. The funeral is a rough watch. Oh, let's throw the suicide helpline up maybe in the banners here. This is a top episode to watch. It's gorgeous. I think they did a great job. And once again, I think it's very, very interesting that TLC chose to use this footage, which someone pointed out. Kody and Janelle had full, like, they had to give final approval on how they did this. So Kody watched this and was like, yeah, keep that horse thing in here, juxtaposed with the family solemnly fishing and talking about Garrison. Yes, use that footage. Very interesting is all I'm saying, is that they would choose to keep that. Very weird. All right. I am at 4320 poo. Here's the hotline for Canada for anyone who no, and it's just a black screen that says on March 5th, 2024, Garrison Brown tragically lost his life to suicide. 3, 2, 1. They're giving the suicide hotline on the screen.
Oh, Amanda, I think it's blocking it out.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have to do the. Okay, yes, that's right.
A little sound thingy. Smash that like while you're at
Better?
it, guys. There you go.
Hey, can I put this on you? Do your hair. Will you go grab a brush? Please? A brush?
Maddie, do me a favor.
What kid was that? Was that Avalon? I was gonna say that kid looks exactly like McKelty.
The
Or is that one of
little blonde one?
Yeah,
No,
was that
that's
Madison?
Madison's.
Oh wow, she looks exactly like. You know what? I just realized McKelty and Tony are not here. Because those thirst buckets would have been all up in the. Tony would have been cracking jokes during the funeral. Boobs.
Maybe they just didn't play it. I thought they were there.
Really? Does anyone
They
know in the
had-
comments that they were there? They could not make it.
Oh,
I wonder, was she pregnant?
interesting.
Okay, well, either
Okay, well,
way.
let's look.
But we do get to see Leon. She was pregnant. Okay, yeah, that obviously that makes sense.
Ah,
Oh, that's
okay.
tough. Gosh. Okay. 4239.
Can you button her up the rest of the way? She will not sit still.
Will you cut that?
Yes, I will. I was going to hold her while you button her. Because she will not stop moving.
Okay, do it by yourself, Caleb. I'm sorry. I know that's like bitch eating crackers, but
Next to family. Hey, be careful. You don't got to wait for your dad to get the line up. It's on there.
Axel looks just like Janelle's boys.
Gabe, I was gonna say he looks exactly like little Gabe. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It is so weird just how we have followed, like we know what these kids looked like as little kids. Like that is wild.
Yeah, he definitely has Janelle bloodline at him.
Yeah, wow. 40. It's a strong that
Mhm.
4213.
Plans. I texted Mary the plans. Christine and I have done some coordination, but the kids have really been driving this trip, planning all the activities and what day and when and everything. So yeah, so when there's a weight on it, you're gonna hold it tight and you're gonna push that and you're gonna go. It's gonna.
Cute.
Oh, was that? Oh, there was Andre and Leon back
Just
there.
wait. We are in Caleb's home turf, home stomping grounds or whatever. So he's like, we gotta go fishing.
This
And
house is gorgeous.
and then you'll feel this little, like, it won't even be that much. It'll be just like that. Then you start to reel. So he's taking us up to one of his favorite fishing places in true Wyoming fashion. Even though it is summer, it is going to be very cold and rainy.
Jojo, oh my Lancer girl.
Jojo is so busy. Listen, I had boys that were just like this. Always active, always curious, always into everything.
Yeah, she did.
Wouldn't go to sleep, wanted to see everything, didn't want to miss anything.
Jojo, calm down. Good grief.
It's such a fun thing, but it's also a hard thing because you have to always be watching. Are you excited to fish? Yeah. One thing, Garrison's death has been so tragic and really hard. But, I stay pretty busy. I'm a person who stays in action, but I just never know. I just never know when I'm going to start tearing up.
Yeah.
The emotion is always there, but it surfaces at the weirdest times.
Wyoming is gorgeous. This makes me want to go.
I like going fishing. I think it's wicked boring. I don't see the point. It's disgusting. The worms are gross. The fish are smelly. It's always a cold and rainy day. That's the best day ever. I'm doing this because everybody else wants to do it. And I want to hang out with everybody, so I'm down. It's that easy.
I think Christine doesn't like fishing because the very idea of it is the first rule of fishing is shh. Yeah. No talking, no singing. Which I get Christine's a talker.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to sit with her thoughts, which God forbid I do. If I would think I would like fishing if I had a podcast in. But
I was gonna say, I think it probably depends on who you're with.
Yeah.
But yeah, to just sit there and not talk, that would be really hard. I didn't even think about that. You do have to be quiet, huh?
Yeah. I bet my Auntie Debbie would love fishing. I'm at 40 minutes and 8 seconds.
I don't want to touch it after it comes out.
It is smelling.
There's so many people. So Maddie and Caleb and their kids, Janelle and Savannah, David and I, Isabel and Truly, We're just gonna have some fun. We don't have worms, right? We just have.
Janelle's wearing a little shirt that says Optimist and then this bucket hat with a string.
Oh, you mean? Oh, I have this photo. What I wanted to do is I want to cut Caleb out of there and superimpose you and me just around Janelle.
Oh, yeah, do that.
Look how cute she is. Like, this is just such a mom that you love. Optimist. The bucket hat, Janelle. You.
Yeah, I have worms. It's hilarious.
If you got worms, that's a problem.
Well, I got worms for everyone, so.
Mitch is that your type there? I think Mitch used to be our type.
I don't really have a type.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think I do actually, now that I think about it.
39, 30. I'm attracted to the fact that he makes that urn later. That's hot to me. You know, a man.
Oh, yes.
39, 36.
Mm-hmm.
You see that? Can I get everyone's picture?
Shut up. Shut up.
She's asking so nicely, you guys. I want a picture right here.
Truly brought her chair and she's like, I'm just going to be over here crocheting if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Which I love. That was always me. Always me. Do my own thing. Reading in the corner.
She's like, you guys don't have to go back home with them.
Yeah. I need the silence. This is the only
your turn. It's your turn to watch them.
Then passing, I took even more photos because I was randomly going through photos and I found Savannah's graduation.
Oh, yeah.
And Garrison was there. And there are these silly photos of Garrison playing and goofing off with Savannah.
That's so special.
Like to be taken.
Who does?
He didn't. It means that we don't have enough.
Well, Kody does.
Yeah, Kody loved it.
Everyone from Caleb, behind Caleb, that way I can't see you. Babe, can you move on that side? Caleb.
He wants to be by me.
Okay, then you two scoot over this way a little bit more. Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, God, Caleb just grosses me out. I don't know why. His humor is too...
His humor right there is, I'm holding a pink little girl's ride and I'm going to walk it like this.
I'm so silly. I'm the funny guy. I'm just going to scoot in like this. Well, it's like this... Yeah, I don't like when men do, like, pretend like they're a little boy humor or something like that.
It's like boomer humor, though. You know.
Yeah. Just something about, like, I literally, like, I have gross...
Yeah, it's just not... It's just not deep.
I don't want to... No one wants to fuck a guy who's
Maddie.
going, we.
16-year-old Maddie did. 38, 39, allegedly.
16-year-old Maddie.
Yeah.
So right before he passed away, he asked me.
Sorry. Bab says the girls' hubbies are all gross, in my opinion. Yeah, that's because they were all raised to have such low self-esteem and think that men are everything, and landing a man is your true goal. So, like, they don't realize how much better they are than all the men they've dated.
Yeah, it's like their first boyfriends or their first serious relationship. Boom, they get married.
All the same thing. Because Mitch, I at least think is fine, but Aspen could land like fucking, I don't know who's a hot guy, Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
And Tony.
Yeah.
And then Caleb, who seems great, like great. What a great guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. 38, 32. The boys all did good. The boys all had, well, I guess we only know Michelle, but she's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
The boys are raised to know their worth. 38, 32.
I'd taken some family photos at Maddie's at Christmas time. And there's this one photo where and this was a frequent photo that we would end up taking. He'd kind of grab me like in a hug, and it's kind of a sideways hug. And like he'd have his head right up against mine, just kind of like trying to climb on my lap almost or something.
Oh, thank you, Jodie.
He asked me to send him that and I couldn't find it. I found it.
Oh, God, I didn't know that. He asked her to send that picture.
Yes, and she couldn't find it.
That is
such a great photo.
Oh God, I'm gonna cry. I'm definitely gonna cry a lot.
Colors, it just catches Janelle.
It's perfectly. A great picture. I don't know who took that, but bravo to whoever that was.
Yeah. Oh.
You gotta let your thumb go when you throw it. It's like throwing a baseball. There you go. Good job. Now make sure you click. You gotta hear it click.
He's good with the kids. I mean, this is Caleb. I mean, so
Good
great.
job. Yeah, good job, bud. I'm proud of
Yeah,
you.
he's a good dad from what we see.
Out. Yes. Oh, that's amazing.
I mean,
And
Garrison stuff has been
Madison and Caleb seem to be the couple that kind of became the parents of the entire family. Like, I think we don't put Madison as much in our thoughts as the parentified kids because it was mostly Aspen and Logan, but I think she really did take on a lot. I don't think
Kind
she
of
really
became the matriarch of the kids.
She did, and Mary and Caleb, and I think she just felt really safe with Caleb, and they do. Everyone
Well, is that because he's? I mean, he was an adult
when they first
when they
met,
married.
older as a child, probably.
I mean, he is older. Like, he is the patriarch. He's like,
yeah, but luckily he is like, he's
older.
like a great guy, and like they really have taken on that. Like, it seems like this is what Maddie probably did want, is just all I want to do is marry a great guy, have a bunch of kids, and be around my family. So
yeah,
if he's happy, that's great. And they're all migrating over there, which I think is so. I bet that pisses Kody off so much. Oh God, I hope it does. 37, 34.
so tragic and really hard, but it has brought the family together in a lot of ways. I mean, definitely there's still not reconciliation with Kody or anybody like that, but the siblings, where they've had differences of opinion that have sometimes split relationships, that those have been mended.
I love Truly just sitting there.
Perspective, right? And so here we are. Yes, we're here for a very sad thing, but we're also creating this new memory where everybody's here.
We're in Lovell.
There we go. Let's get ready for some sexy time.
Me, Robin, and the kids have been here for a few days. And
Me, Robin, and our
Oh, you have? Oh, you have? You've been there for a few days with vacationing?
With
Garrison,
when
like,
you
in the
say
trunk?
the kids, that indicates like the only kids. Say our kids. The kids completely like eliminates the other kids from your thoughts. God, this is
Well, he says Janelle's kids, Christine's kids.
Yeah, but this is just the kids. This is now the kids. The kids.
Right.
God,
and I will have a full breakdown of this. So
great. By the way, I do know that Caleb is not actually a boomer. Caleb is actually shockingly younger than me and Jodie by quite a few years. That's just a little joke.
He doesn't read older though.
No,
I mean, sorry, he doesn't read younger. He doesn't read younger.
Please tell us now that we don't look older than Caleb. Oh, by the way, I can't wait to get to a memory just slapped me in the face of that Areola is like swinging on Kody the whole time during the burial. Really pissed me off.
So inappropriate.
Really pissed me off. Okay, 36-48.
we're here at the ranch, and it's really kind of me wanting to tell the kids of these stories that I had as a kid. This trip is, like I've said, a pilgrimage.
Well, you're not treating it as a
Memories that
pilgrimage.
I'm going to share with my kids.
No, this is all about Kody. This isn't about Garrison here. This is all about Kody. Oh, look, Areola, what are you doing?
She want to pick her butt? Pick her butt, pick her nose.
Constantly aware.
There's just picking her nose. Oh, wiping her eye, maybe. I want to say right now, I actually don't think it's that bad that they're like doing stuff since they drove a long distance. Like, there's nothing wrong with stopping and like having these times. It's the fact that the other Browns probably also did stuff like that. But I really feel like Kody and Rob were like, come film this. Like, it seems very performative, and I would just.
It seems like they got a paid for vacation.
Yeah. And I think that Janelle watching this back probably regrets giving him the urn. Although I do kind of believe in my soul that they gave him like fake ashes. I feel like maybe they didn't really give him, but I can't imagine her being like, okay, this is going to be Kody's time, this pilgrimage with his boy. And then watching this and being like, so I gave you Garrison was a passenger on your vacation. And that's what they're treating it as. They're not talking about him at all. The kids seem very disjointed from this.
We don't get to see the Wild West show. Oh.
It's waning. That's like the big plot line of last episode is that it rained on them.
Yeah. So I just want to point out here, I will just throw this up, something to keep an eye on. I broke this down.
Oh, you did.
Robin's shirt. Okay. I just didn't like. Okay, first of all, her in that passenger seat in that stupid bedazzled hat with the ponytail. Areola in the back wearing a brand new cap in hand upon her head as well. Brand new shirt. I'm like, oh, what does that shirt say? It's very Robin, burgundy, dark. It says MTN GRL Mountain Girl. Oh, so I did do a like a reverse Google image search, brought it back to this shop.
Oh, that's how you found it. Okay.
And I don't think they have this in stock right now, but certainly Areola's hat as well and her outfit came from a store. And basically, long story short, those t-shirts retail for $39.
And it's based out of Kody, Wyoming. So they obviously went hog wild. And
Mountain Girl. I mean, Robin, a mountain girl, really? Really? With that bedazzled hat? I doubt it. Also, I do just want to point out the fact where those fingers been. And let's just zoom in on the door and see what we've been snacking on. Now, at first, I will admit, I thought that was a Kraft Parmesan cheese empty container, but I think it's a water bottle. It's that like, there's a water that comes with like a blue cap like that. Maybe some combos. Some pizza combos.
Maybe Cheez-It snacks.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm imagining them like going into the fucking souvenir shop, spending $350, coming out with their bags, and then tossing it in the car over Garrison's ashes.
Oh, yeah. It's in the back. It's in the back seat of the car.
That's what I don't like. I would like to at least know that maybe they like have his ashes back at the hotel. Like I need to kind of know that, because if Garrison is just in the car while they're doing that, like that's the last thing that Garrison would want.
No, I think like Rob would be like, "Ew, that's really gross, Kody. I don't want him in the car."
She made several. Don't touch it. Make sure you don't touch it.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Let's keep going and keep an eye out for, if you're watching along, Kody's pecs and six-pack abs. And don't worry, I have photos.
Yeah. Oh, so I mean, I definitely clog that.
Specifically for a funeral. And Garrison had a lot of the same experiences. We have shared experience. You know, there's these memories of him. He's been here. He's done this. Oh, man.
I was wondering, there's dust in my eyes.
This?
Oh, is there really? There's dust in your eyes? You're fine. Shut up. He's talking about like his life. Like that's the kind of shit. I'm sorry if you can pause. Like that's the kind of shit that pisses me off with this Areola stuff. And I know people are like, oh, they're kids. Yes, they're kids. But it's Robin and Kody's job to tell them, shh. We are working right now.
Yeah.
This is their job. We're working. But much like her dad, Areola does those same kind of tendencies. Like the cameras are here for me. This will be good material. And she's on. And she was certainly on. She did a flourish last week when they were walking out of that ice cream shop. She did like a flourish and she did a flourish here too. Yeah. You're fine, Areola. Oh, dust is in your eyes. I wonder if, I don't know, blinking, a natural human reaction will get some of that dust out. So quiet now while we earn our paycheck.
Yeah, well, we earn our fucking paycheck. Like the whole world hates us. But that's the other thing is like, don't they realize that the world, Dr. Adam on his podcast today said that he thinks that Robin is getting PR training and that's why she isn't crying so much. But it's like, but maybe this is the season that she should be crying more. This is the one season you should have leaned into it because this is not working.
No, but she can't cry on demand when it requires her to
feel empathy for someone.
Yeah, like she doesn't feel bad. So she physically cannot cry. She's actually, well, okay.
Because she's rotten to the core.
Yes, that's
yes. All right, 35:59.
Yeah, this is part of the ranch.
Wow.
The ranch is like this big legacy that was Kody's dad's focus.
That you were not there for, so shut up. I don't like to hear Robin's account of Win or the
You
ranch.
weren't there. Yeah. You just started officially going here.
Yeah.
Because everyone else left.
Despite the rest of the family.
Did they ever even meet Win?
Yeah, in that one episode. I don't think Win really liked her that much. I think Win even was like, didn't Kody make comments about that? That he was like, "This is a bad idea." And Vagina Daddy said to Kody, "No, I think you should not do this." No one wanted this. They all saw the comment.
And you know, Robin ain't sending her kids up to Wyoming to learn how to work on the ranch and like paint or whatever.
Saul can't even ride down a slide holding a basketball at age 13.
Dayton can't even go to college. He can't go to class on his own.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, it was a big deal to him, and he worked very hard to make that ranch happen and to be successful, and the moms did too. It was
you don't know.
Family endeavor still is in some ways, you know.
Handsome women.
You want your horse to know you.
No, yeah, a couple pictures of the handsome women.
They can tell your heartbeat through their reins.
Yeah, they can confirm. I can confirm that.
Always went to the ranch every summer to work. It was hard work, but it really gave them character, I think.
Ew, I hate watching this.
Okay.
I don't like them around animals. This is the thing. It bugs me when I know that people
thing.
Huh?
Is that a thing to ride horses like on the side like that? What is that?
I think he's saying it in like an old Western, so he's emanating that. But from all the people, the many, many, many comments, you're not supposed that I've watched, I saw yesterday, you're not supposed to do that. He looks like an idiot.
Well, I'm just saying, it's in my experience when horses run like that, it's not because they're happy. Let me just show. I really just kind of want to show like a time lapse progression of Kody's 6-pack abs and his pecs, in case some of you are inspired. You know what? I bet David and Christine were inspired by David's body, and that's why they're setting up that rack in their garage. They want to get in. They want to get in this kind of shape, more specifically. Now, just take in the whole family here. Saul's picking his ass.
Yep.
Kody's shirt is caught on his belly.
Oh, it's windy.
Like it's clinging. Areola is.
She might be picking her ass too.
Flourishing again, and Aurora is up the right side of Robin's ass. Like, back up. Give me space. All right.
Miserable, by the way. Solomon hates them.
Yeah.
He's next
Check
out
those. Check out that. I like how his stomach kind of goes up between his breasts to create that shape. Hey. And of course, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
He was pissed when he watched it. Just a good point. Alicia says girls in pink, boys in blue.
Ah, yes.
Girls in boys.
That is true. Ah.
All right.
Look at those 6-pack abs. And Areola, hey, you want to get out of the frame?
Well, come on. She's way worse in the funeral. At least there she's allowed to be like walking around. All right, 3511 is left.
Ranch. Like, he grew up on a ranch. He just doesn't act like it. He doesn't dress like it. He doesn't talk like it.
Come on, buddy. Let's go for a walk. Let's go this way. I gotta have that saddle horn though, or I'll fall off.
I remember seeing him like the first time at the ranch and seeing him on a horse.
It looks like they should be. I don't ride horses, but it looks like they're too far back. It seems like they should both scoot up because Kody just said I can't reach the horn. I don't like Robin being around animals. It bothers me to see Robin around animals because she kicks dogs and she said very plainly she doesn't like animals. So I just don't think that she has any right to be around animals. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, I guess he does look pretty far back on the horse. I'm looking at those lower photos there.
They need to be scooted way up.
Yeah. Huh. Well, that horse doesn't look happy. And look Aurora, just like mommy, taking photos.
Yeah,
of mommy and daddy.
When they're taking pictures of that urn, I got it was such a visceral reaction. I was like, I can't believe that they're doing that.
What are you going to do with that?
Yeah.
You won't even allow an actual photo of Garrison in the house.
No. Like two of them at the same time taking multiple pictures. Oh my God. It was just crazy. 3453.
I've seen him on a horse and I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, actually, he's leading her. We're going this way, buddy.
Yeah, that horse is not happy.
Because he was so knew what he was doing, so in control. It's a lot of fun. Wow, you know, it's yummy.
She says with a huge fucking herpy right up here. Got a
It's
herpy.
rare. Yummy.
She just has no joy in her. Even talking about being attracted to her own husband, she can't elicit joy out of her.
I think that kills at home though. Like I think Aurora and Brianna think that's like a hilarious thing when she says it.
You're like, oh my
It's
god,
like rare, yummy. Yeah, like you're so bad, mom. Ew. We're like, if I said that, I should try to like record if I just like said that. Oh, you know, like, and he's just like, wow, yummy.
It's so weird. She's just not normal.
I couldn't do it.
She's trying to be homey and relatable, and like, again, all of this is just more alluding to the fact that
it's really cool. She thinks it's cool.
No, it's that this whole trip is that her concern is never about Garrison or the family or Janelle. Maybe mention Janelle. Hope Janelle's doing okay. It's still about Kody's my best customer, and I need to make sure that I am pumping Kody up so much because this is when it counts, because I need to make sure that he doesn't go back to his original family. It's gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to say that Kody's hot while riding this horse like an idiot.
Hot.
Yummy. Rawr. So weird. 34. This is gonna be over soon, thank God.
The trip is hard. This trip is difficult.
Well, you couldn't tell from here.
My son home to bury him. It was a weird experience because of not getting along with Janelle. But I asked her if I could do this. And she was kind and gracious.
Uh-huh. Repeat that again to yourself, asshole.
I think that'd be really sweet. And I'm glad that she saw it that way. Because...
Well, I tell you what, after she sees this episode, she's not letting you do anything again.
Yeah, and then after this, he fucked her over. He tried to fuck her over on the land stuff.
Yep.
Repeat that again. She was kind and gracious.
Yeah, because I wonder if after the funeral, they were like, I can't believe that they came to this and let Areola be up there. Well, Janelle stood there alone. I saw comments being like, well, Kody probably just needed support. Janelle was standing up there alone. It should have been Janelle and Kody. Areola could be standing with her family on the other side away from the rest of the family like they chose to do.
Yeah, just pull her back, or like don't hang on Kody, because you know what? Cody's other kids are here.
Yeah. That he abandoned for you.
Yeah.
And it's not
Read
her
the
fault.
room, Areola.
But I don't think she has any idea. They've never talked about this. They have to spell out the word MOVING when Mary moved to Parowan.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I knew not to act like that when I was 8 and 9. Yeah. Like, you don't do that kind of stuff. Hang on your parents. And
we're at a funeral for your brother.
Yeah, okay. It's inappropriate.
I'm really never going to get over that. All right, we're at 34 minutes.
I need this.
Okay, great. We're at a commercial. Let's move ahead here.
We're not fishing?
That's right.
All right, we're back with the real family.
Yes, it is. This is the best part about fishing.
The fact that we're not fishing?
That's right.
Oh, Janelle
loves to fish. She loves it. Just because we're sister wives doesn't
This
mean
is a great conversation. I love it.
I love it.
We won't go camping together unless it's in a motorhome. I won't have to develop any land with her. She can do that on her own as well. I mean, it's that old saying, if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, he can fish the rest of his life. I'd rather just not learn how to fish.
Christine, will you be the certified picture taker and share them with me today?
I'm going to be the certified
Do you remember when we used to go traveling and I was always so frustrated that you guys made us stop for pictures, and I'm like,
I bet she was.
We have pictures now. I'm looking back through even my camera. I'm like, oh yeah, Garrison's there, and we don't think about it because like Garrison wasn't like, it wasn't like, oh, I don't know.
Garrison didn't like his picture being taken. It's like we just didn't have enough photos, and so now I'm like, I don't care. I'm taking photos all the time.
Right before he died.
Oh God.
No, leave it there. Leave it there.
I'm gonna go fish for a little bit.
I got away from the
Watch it.
No, it's not. It's awful, huh?
Hit the button.
You think it's okay until it hits you.
Oh.
Now, I've only seen Janelle cry a few times, and I've known her for 30 years.
No, it's fine. Just I can't ever tell when it's gonna hit.
No, I don't know either.
Ugh.
It's great that Janelle feels to cry around her.
Well, I think that's the thing. That's the best person you could be talking to, because Christine is the only person on earth that can understand what Janelle's going through, because they both raised him.
Yeah.
And hearing Christine say things like he didn't like his picture being taken, it's like, yes, she would know that because she was with the kids all the time. So just that little, yeah, she knew that about him. I'm sure Kody didn't know that.
Oh God, no. She was with Janelle's kids. She's the closest thing to a second mom those kids have.
Yeah, like that's
she's with them every single day, raising them from babies. She's their mom. Oh, God.
This is a really good conversation. I'm very impressed with both of them.
But Janelle really lost her son. And there's a different bond there.
It's sad Mary's not there, but
Janelle really was his mom.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine until I'm not fine, and then I'm not fine.
No.
Oh, man.
And then I'm fine again.
It's not.
I'll be fine again.
And it's gonna be like this for the rest of our lives.
All right, I'm gonna get Leon set up with this. I got to get back to productivity, and that helps me like focus. Oh, okay.
I don't typically use bobbers.
Life is a gift. It's a gift. More than ever before, it's a gift. And you got to create opportunities. And you have to create.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
New things.
I thought it was Hunter, actually.
Reel in. You see him? He's right in there. Okay. Okay, he's coming. He's coming. Good job. Look at him.
Axel, that's you. Hey, Axel caught a fish.
Life is all about moments now. About little moments. Expectations is more like just a hope.
This is so sweet. It's just Janelle and Christine standing on the shore, I guess you would call it the shoreline, and they're just like watching everyone. And like that is what Robin wanted. Robin just wanted to sit there
and here's the thing is that they're both talking about how healing having the grandbabies around is. And even to this day, Kody and Rob, like you have grandkids out there, Kody, that you could be healing with these grandkids. Like they're still not doing it.
Well, and there's pain in that too. Like when your parents don't like go out of their way or anything to like have a relationship with your kids. That's like the ultimate, it is very painful, like to not have
rejection.
Yeah, it is. It's like, oh, okay. Especially that Kody has such a close bond with other kids, even though they're not grandkids, but still, it's so fucked up.
30-55.
And everybody can cope. We're all gonna be okay. So it can't be an expectation anymore. It just has to be a hope.
Howell, Wyoming.
Okay, so here's where Kody's gonna dig this grave. Now, I think it's fine that he's digging the grave. Like that doesn't bug me at all. I think that if this is what he needs, that's fine. And he does ask permission, shockingly. I'm interested to see what you guys think of how performative this is. Because I did have the thought where he's like, I'm just going to sit and watch the sunset with my boy. And I just really can't help but wonder is if the cameras weren't there, would he have even done that? Or once the cameras left, did he really stay all night or did he pack it up as well? And I just don't really know what the answer to that is.
I want to say that I think Kody thinks his intentions are altruistic. I think he thinks this is like
a little bit
an honor. I get what he's going for, but this is all about him. This is I think this would be something private that you would do without the cameras there. The cameras show up and no one needs to know. No one needs to know that you did that.
No one needs to know, or I don't even mind knowing, but I don't know if I need to watch you dig Garrison's grave. It just seemed, thank God Robin was. If Robin had been there, I think that would have, like, luckily somebody convinced them that wouldn't be a great look, as if Robin or her shitty kids were there.
Well, they're not going to help.
No, that would have been really bad.
I do think it's kind of odd that maybe Kody didn't ask if
Logan,
Garrison's
Hunter.
brothers, if Garrison's brothers wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Now, I do think if this weren't Kody, or let me say this way, I think Janelle, even though they have Kody's number, they know Kody's deal, there's still a part that is just a default. And I'm sure she wanted to believe in that moment that Kody wanted to do something.
Yeah.
Like digging his grave would be a very symbolic like penance. Like he really did Garrison wrong and pushed him away. So this is like not only like a physical manifestation, but an emotional manifestation of like, I am, it
doesn't bother me in any way, really.
Right. However, the filming of him doing it and the going over and over how it's this was for Kody.
Yeah,
this was for Kody to feel better and not like, I do think it was to honor Garrison, but it was more so to make him feel good. Where like, if you were doing something like that, you're like, you are doing a selfless act for the person. I think Kody loved that the cemetery, what would you call that person? Groundskeeper, whatever, was like, oh, I've never had anyone ask to do that. Kody fucking loved that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I do.
I just really wonder if he would have done this if the cameras hadn't agreed to come, if this would have even happened.
I mean, that said, he did do it. It's a very powerful gesture, albeit a little odd for me. But I do get that. Like, I started thinking to myself, I'm like, God, that's kind of weird, like digging their grave. Like, it was weird when he dug it with the dog, but he had the dog standing next to it, and he's like, like a little deeper. Yeah.
Count the minutes.
But I thought about this too, and I was like, God, like, would I do that for my kids? And I hate to even like think about that. And I'm like, of course I would.
Yeah.
Like, no one would do it, better in a way. I get it. But this is just fucked up, the way that Kody goes about it and filming it. It's not good.
It just seems it seems like Robin was like, make sure you say this and make sure you do this and do the sunset thing. All right, 3017, we're just driving into Memorial Park. By the way, Walter has a little bow. I put a little bow tie on him for Garrison's funeral. You can't really
he dressed up.
Bow tie. Got him all dressed up.
You're so handsome, Wally.
I'm trying to find to like a Hawaiian looking thing. 3017.
So there's this place called Penrose. I was always driving past this as I grew up. And my dad just went, hey, I'm gonna be buried here. This whole place is familiar to me, and my dad is buried here. My mom will be. And Janelle's mom, Grandma Cheryl, is buried here.
That's really pretty.
The place, and we can see this mountain over here.
It's gorgeous. It really is. Heart Mountain.
And it's familiar to me.
Oh, good. As long as you're comfortable
I
with
can't live in this area. I just don't want to.
I can't live here, but
why did you not say Garrison loved it here? I don't really give a fuck how you feel about it.
Because Kody thinks we're curious if he would live there. Yeah, not about you, Kody.
Not.
God. Nostalgic. It's about him.
To me, this act of like taking my son home, I mean, honestly, it's a throwback to something old cowboy in a way,
This is
a casket on a train, and I'm riding with the casket, back to home.
Yeah, but you fucking didn't. You took your family on vacation. Like, again, he gets it.
Yeah.
But like, there's no follow through. All right, 2914.
Ending the circle, finishing the circle.
Ugh.
Here's the thing, I talked to the sexton of this.
I don't love him grabbing the shovels out and just tossing them to the ground. Boom.
The sexton, that's right. Yeah. I talked to the sexton.
The sexton.
Oh, congratulations. You got his phone number, Kody.
I'm sure he was
God.
thrilled. He's like, I don't have to do it. Great.
Yeah. Who is this guy? What? You're gonna okay, sure.
There's just something very morbid about the way he's like tossing shit out of his car instead of making it more, I don't know, sacred.
Yeah, when he goes to take the chairs out later, even his brother and brother-in-law are like, oh, okay. Like, he gave them no forewarning, it seems. Like, they just showed up and they were like, we're digging. Okay.
Oh, I'm sure they were like, this is going to be, whatever this is going to be, it's with Kody.
You know Kody. Yep.
Prepared for it, expecting the worst, but hoping for the best.
Mm-hmm. And he's the one that would normally dig the graves. And I just asked him permission if I could dig it. It means something to me. I don't know why. It's something deeply emotional. And so, yeah, this is like an old West country cemetery. And I'm going to dig the grave. Hey, Scott. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Oh, you're welcome. Tim, how are you? Thanks for bringing a shovel. Uncle Scott and Uncle Tim, his uncles, my brother and my brother-in-law are coming to help me dig the grave and just sort of be part of that, the men group who nurtured his
masculinity
to maturity.
How deep is it? It's just, what are we burying? Do you have the urn with you?
I didn't bring it, but it's like an 8 by 8 inch urn. Garrison's remains are in an urn. But Mitch, my son-in-law, married to Aspen, is making something different. And I don't know what it looks like yet. Here, you want to pull that for me? Let's see which is the longest. Yeah, that's the longest. That's perfect. And so for the act of effort in this, because we're not digging a grave big enough for a coffin, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than certainly that I need for this urn. I want the experience of doing some real effort here. So the dirt we'll take out, we'll throw into the buckets. Just trying to honor my son as best I can. I don't even know if it's honor, it's mourning. Right there's a marker. Fine. Oh, that's Cheryl. Cheryl's. Awesome. I wanted Garrison buried right next to Cheryl. Grandma Cheryl probably nurtured Garrison as much as any of us. And I'm putting Garrison in Grandma's
very kind face.
So I'm going to go. I'm going to assume that would be the middle of the top.
I think it would be safest to come this direction from that. You know, did Janelle purchase?
His brother's got a knee brace over the jeans, rocking a knee brace. Classic.
Oh, just like
Aurora
Brianna?
and Brianna. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are saying in the comments, and I agree. You know, Kody's at the cemetery, and he's just like tossing those shovels and stuff out. They're hitting headstones. Like, there's other people's graves.
Dude,
you're tossing that shit, asshole. Yeah. I will say, I think they did a great job, like, keeping it clean, and I hate that Kody like knows that like it does leave a scar and it's like awful. But they kept it like very clean and tidy, and that was like a tight square they did.
Yeah, I would like to think that what's his name? The sextet? What was it?
The sexton?
I'd like to think that he was at least like monitoring this to make sure that they weren't completely fucking this up or like, you know, going to cause an earthquake or something.
I mean, they definitely did like some drive-bys.
Yeah. Like,
came back later just to keep an eye on things. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody has those.
You know, there is just something about this area that feels like it's our home place. When Garrison passed away and I could put him next to Mom, I'm like, okay, this is where I'm going to be buried, here in Wyoming.
So I'm going to start with this at the top. Ellen told me it's pretty small. He says you could dig it 6 foot deep if you wanted to. He gave me a lot of latitude. Tim's my brother.
Okay, stop. I disagree with that. I don't think that's the word he was looking for. When he's like, oh, he told me 6 feet deep. He gave me a lot of, I think he gave him a lot of suggestions and requirements. But Kody says latitude, meaning like gave me a lot of leeway and like however I want to do it.
He
It's
wants to say
totally
leeway,
fine.
yeah. So
Yeah.
he gave me a base idea, but really it's a free for all. And his brothers are looking at him like, okay.
Like Latitude's like, I pretty much give me a free pass. I'm gonna do whatever.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, no one gave you latitude, Kody. That's not what he meant. Like, I'm pretty sure that would probably be like against some sort of law or regulation. Otherwise, you could have it like an inch under the ground. Such an idiot.
Yeah, there's got to be at least some standards to hit here.
And you can tell the other two are like,
oh no, they're not. They're like, so you had no plan, just like we suspected.
Yeah. We're gonna need a whole ass out of here.
The priest, the vicar, but he's administering the final speech, the closing, the benediction, the poetic benediction, if you will, of Garrison's life. If we're going right here, what I would do is deep sod, try and square. I've never done anything like this, digging a grave.
So you dug one for that dog that you, I guess, forgot about.
What are you talking about? I saw it.
I didn't need to die yet.
Yeah, that's nice. So, what do we got? To the depth or the width of that flag. Where's mine? Yeah, going. I would go. We want to make it square, I think. Right there. One. Yeah, I can dig this grave. Yeah, so that'd be your last mark there, Scott. They're coming just to. It's more of an honoring of him and support for me. It's like just.
That's fair.
I don't think they knew what they were coming for, though.
Oh yeah, do you think?
Well, I don't. Yeah, he's like, they came here today to.
We're gonna dig the grave, guys.
Honor him. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Scott was like, so what are we doing here? What are we doing?
No, one of them arrived with a shovel, so they knew.
They each came with a shovel. I don't even know. I mean, if you text me like, hey, show up with a shovel at the cemetery after, God forbid, someone passed away, I'd be like, wait, what?
No, they know. I think Kody's just saying, like, I could have done this myself, but they're just here kind of just cut. But I could do it. Just, I'm a man. Yeah. I'm a man, Dad.
Yeah.
All right, we're at commercial, but I think it's going to go right into it.
Just take our time and do it as tidy as we can.
Okay, that's Kody's way of, because he's not doing it as fast as the other two. Guys, we're just going to take our time, okay? Yeah. Slow and steady.
I just want it to be good. Here. Yeah.
Okay.
Contacted me about being the one who dug the grave. I thought it was perfect. I think it's symbolic and poetic and all the things. To have Kody dig that hole.
Okay. I think it's very telling the way that Janelle said that.
Because you think she's regretting it now?
Because Kody dug a hole. And like, again, like I think it's that like physical act of penance. Like, I dug a hole for this family, and now I'm going to.
Do you think Kody gets that though? Do you think Kody gets that? Robin gets that?
I think Janelle was thinking that that's what Kody was like attempting to do. And maybe for a split second, Kody thought that, but it didn't linger because Kody can never think that he did anything wrong.
If you ever expressed it, Robin would say, no, Kody, he dug his own grave.
Janelle is assuming that's what he's thinking and feeling, but it's not. Yes, Auntie Krissa, Janelle's giving Kody so much grace with her words. She is. And as we see, it's not deserved. And we're all being giving Kody some grace here because obviously he lost his son. But
I think that I think that in retrospect, I'm sure the family, if they really had a choice, would have said, no, we don't want Kody there. And we certainly don't want Robin there. But what's the other option? Like, cause a scene? Like, it's what a shitty scene.
I don't think you can tell someone's parent you can't come to their funeral.
Okay, but how about Robin? I'm sure that all of them that would have been their first thing.
Yeah.
But like, you can't. She should have offered to maybe not come. But again, it just sucks that they have to once again suck it up so that Robin can come in with her.
Yeah, be the better person. Yeah, got to be the better
They
person.
have to do that again. It just sucks. By the way, we got a comment last week that I did just delete that said that it was our most heartless episode yet. And we were giving Kody joy. A man lost his child, ladies. It was heartless. I'm like, no, we cried during the episode a lot. What we didn't do is take the urn with us on a family vacation and then go horseback riding.
Well, that's fine. I can sleep fine at night. I'm fine. I'm fine with what I've said so far.
I wasn't even. That's when I had the flu, and I'm like, I'm just deleting this because I don't even want anyone to like discuss this further. 24 minutes left.
I think I'm probably ready to slide onto
We just roll the rod over.
50 pounds of lift is all. If we can keep it together. Beautiful. That's it. And I'll just
heavier than it looks. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
I have a vision of what's going to happen here with Garrison's grave, and I want it to be neat, tidy. It's the final act. It's building an altar.
This is a lot more clay than
It's clay. It's hard. So we got these buckets we're going to fill up the dirt with. I got a tarp, so I don't want a big mud pile.
So Kody's just digging a third of the hole, to be clear.
He's doing an Amanda special. He's doing I'm doing something over here. I'm doing my own thing.
I wouldn't even slow it down. Like every 3 shovels of Scott and the other dude is like one of Kody's.
I wouldn't have thought to bring the tarp, honestly. So I am impressed with that. Yeah, like I wouldn't have thought of that.
Everyone wants to know who was it that said we were heartless.
Well, it wasn't a name that I like would recognize. If it was like one of you guys that I recognized, I would probably figure out who you were. And
we would spiral. We would fully spiral.
I would probably try to engage with the person. Like, I'm sorry that you feel that way. Feel free to message us if you like. But it wasn't anyone that I know. 2316. Well,
in my life, and anytime you're moving dirt from one place to the other, it leaves a scar.
Tell us more about your past digging dirt, Kody.
Dirt that you moved, when you put it back, it leaves a scar, and I don't want to do that. I want it to look, in a sense, like a garden.
I've never been to a funeral where we actually buried the deceased in front of the family. Well, this is a pilgrimage for me. It's about bringing my boy home and putting him in the ground. It was important.
You can say less, Kody.
Yeah, someone here just said he's talking more about the dirt than he's talking about Garrison. Yeah. I was just thinking during that, I'm like, has he said the word Garrison yet? Which again, I could also give him credence to the fact that he probably doesn't want to say the name because it's too hard, but he's talking about the dirt a lot.
No, it's just like he's talking about what a great job, how perfect of a job he did digging that hole. And that's what it's about.
And now we cut to the couch and we've pulled back to a 2-shot and Robin is there with Kody, controlling every word.
Yep, right here, you'll see. And as Kody is crying, I want you to keep an eye on Robin because not a tear. She just does like, yep, I'm going to go bury your boy. Yep. You can do that. Okay, good job.
I do believe that he was truly emotional there. And I kind of don't like that Robin's there to pull him back from that. Like, I want him to sit there and feel it and like let it wash over him.
Yeah, let him talk. Let him just talk.
Let him feel. Let him cry, please.
Yeah, you don't need to be the Kody whisperer to us. No. We get it. We can hear him fine. Yeah, loud and clear.
A certain equipment with us on our trip. It was a big deal to you.
Yeah.
Do you want to come back up? Yeah.
It seemed like the way you explained it was like it was a ceremony, just digging the hole.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Tim, one of the biggest experiences that Garrison had out here was bringing the herd in on a day-long drive where they started at 4 a.m.
The air was so dry, he got a bloody nose. Sent me a picture of it.
Yeah. Aww.
I was on that cattle drive with him. I think I might have given him that bloody nose. I remember he was on the four-wheeler and the rest of us were walking. And I remember being really pissed because he wouldn't let me ride on the four-wheeler with him when I was tired.
Aww.
And I think that I just punched him square in the nose.
They punched each other a lot, those boys.
Yep. It was the first cattle drive that we did without the older brothers.
Well, we might be to our spot.
I don't know if this is inappropriate to say, but I wonder if Gabe is getting a lot of people's women or men sliding into the DMs after these.
Oh, probably.
He's just very
he's like a sweet kid.
He's just very. He's got like that earring that he's rocking. He's just very like attractive right here.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm a nice girl. I just feel like, yeah, I just can't imagine like, especially if he like if girls like that know him. Why are you acting? You're responding like
I don't find him like I don't think he's.
I just find him to be likable. Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, I mean I bet you he's like he's great. He's obviously like a softie. He's probably a great boyfriend once he gets like, you know.
He looks like wise. I just mean he's very like, how could any girl like watch this and not like be like, oh my God, like so like, oh, what a sweet boy.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. 2109.
I wonder how long it took Kody to do this.
That's just close to your head. That's my all there is up there. All right. Looks like a nice bottom, right? Do you have anywhere to be?
Where do you want to get? Flatter? Or
yeah.
What are you doing?
There, that'll probably.
They're all irritated at each other by this time.
All right. Thank you. I think we're good. Now I'm gonna move this over here, Scott. I'm gonna pull this. This is part of my morning process. It's an act, you know. I don't remember telling my older boys, when we were at the funeral home. I was like, they're taking over. They're running the show, you know. And I'm like, stop, please. I was the first one that held him. His mother.
Fuck off. Okay, I'm sorry. Like I hate that. I'm sorry. I hate that. I was the first one who held him. Like,
yeah, you got right in there. But how much did you help during the pregnancy? I bet not at all.
Yeah, or the rest of the 20 some years afterwards.
Yeah, he shows up for
did you remember that when you said there'll be more Christmases? Did you remember that you were the first one who held him? When you said, they're adults. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
When you wanted to kick him out of the house, did you remember that you were the first one that held him? And I think it's like, it takes something away from Janelle. Like, yeah, you're his mother, but I held him for the first time. Fuck right off with that. That is such bullshit. That doesn't mean that like you get to be the last because you were the first. Fuck off. I hate that.
He was the first to hold Truly, and 5 minutes earlier he was kissing Robin. And it was funny and cute because they were being secretive about it.
Yeah, thank you, Alexa. The act is easy. I could say like, oh, I was the first to hold him. Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Were you there holding him when he was crying and depressed because they were moving, or that he was having issues with mental health and addiction? Were you there for any of that? No, you didn't hold him.
Texted that group chat. Did you go with Gabe when Gabe said, hey, something is wrong with Garrison? Will you come with me? He didn't go. He was, from what I know now, it has pretty much been confirmed based on like what Gabe told the cops. The intention was for Kody to go with Gabe to find him like that. And Kody did not answer the phone, or he decided not to come, but he did not go. So this is fucked up, of course. Yeah, he did hold Aurora. He carried Aurora up the stairs. Yeah, he shows up for the births and for himself. 2007.
Let me do this. Yeah, we're going to have to gather to one side. I guess I should have considered that. This is my duty, my job. Let me finish. Hold on a second. Make this easy on you guys. Good. There you go. I do. And if you guys have somewhere you got to be, that's great. You do what you got to do. I thank you
This
for being
is so
here.
weird.
I purposely wanted to be here for the sunset.
Because I don't believe it.
Sunset is closing out the day. Sunset of a life is the closing out of the life. Sunsets make me acutely aware of the divine. I appreciate you coming out. It wasn't that I needed the help, but thank you for the help. Is that I needed this support emotionally. Yep.
He needs the support emotionally, Amanda. See, his feelings are hurt and he's in pain, and he went to his family for support and love and camaraderie, someone to talk to, kind of like Garrison may have been looking for in you.
Yeah.
You
several times begged you. Garrison was the one that called Robin to say, can I have my dad back, please?
Mm-hmm.
So she really didn't like him.
Yeah. And Kody's going to sit here and wax poetic like he was, such a dad.
I would have
been there every moment.
I would have loved for the camera crew to come back secretly an hour later and see if Kody was still there after they passed.
Oh, I'm sure Robin was
And he
probably
wasn't.
bitching and complaining that he took too long. Where were you?
Aurora's having a fucking meltdown. Ariola's having a meltdown, crying, screaming. The hotel's complaining.
Yep. We promised that we were going to go take her and get a special treat. Like
Mary says, yes. Gwen was in a bike accident. He didn't show up for her, and Janelle went to the hospital to be with her. Christine and Janelle told that on that really good podcast they did. 1859 is left.
And you've got a lot of experience with me. I appreciate you being here.
The two of them just sitting there like,
how long do I have to, the urn isn't even here yet.
Did you bring any like water bottles or snacks or anything?
Granola, Kody. At the Robin, I'm shocked that Robin didn't find a way to show up like she did during Mary's move. And I just thought you might need something. I brought some covered bananas and pineapple. At the request of the family, cameras were positioned at a distance during the burial to respect their privacy. So at this point, I was like, we're watching this.
I know, shocked. I didn't think we were going to get this.
Selfishly, I loved that we got to see it. And I mean, I know people are like, maybe we shouldn't have, but the family seems to have been like, they seem to get the parasocial dynamic here. And I think the family probably got so much outpouring of love and support that they maybe felt, not that we were owed it, but like the audience would really appreciate this. I think. I have to give the family so much thanks for that. I'm about to cry. I'm not talking about anything sad. All right. Here we go. We're about to go into the funeral. Let's throw up helpline.
Oh, thank you.
And we're at 1841. And this is really just beautiful, you guys. Like everything other than Ariola being all over Kody, and she shouldn't have been up there. And Aurora's bow. Everything else is beautiful. Peyton made me cry more than anyone.
Yeah, this was one of the best like eulogy.
Tim did a great job. He kept it light. It was perfect.
What a beautiful day too.
We're at a place called Penrose Cemetery. It's going to be a very different kind of affair because we basically are carrying Garrison's urn. It's not like a big hearse is coming with a casket or anything. I don't know, I'm just kind of numb. Don't really have any feelings. You know, it's just one of those things that you just wonder, how did we get here?
Oh, Mary, hey, girl.
It's just nothing but sad. And
Mary looks great.
Yeah. Oh, Dr. Adam, we both listened to his podcast this morning, made a really good point that Mary, the thing everyone is saying that Mary is the one that's getting them the most. And he's like, because she does all that, she masks her discomfort and sadness with laughing hysterically and all these like funny, weird jokes. And here she's just not even, she's just like being raw. And I think that we're like, oh, there you are.
Yeah.
There somewhere.
And this is going to be amazing when Janelle mentions that like the kids did almost all of this, like they will take over and plan, and that is amazing that they're doing that for her, because how is she even function, you know?
All right, so what's happening here is I think Logan is hugging them, or Gabe, I think. Is that Gabe? Is hugging the Dab Sarks, right? Kody's holding the urn.
So the family's gathering.
Yeah,
There's
it's
going to be
Gabe,
some
I think.
awkwardness still. It's like we got a lot of family that still like bristles at the presence of other family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And all of that just gets buried here.
Yeah, Robin and Kody taking all these
The
photos.
way Robin's doing it too is just like, it's just, I hate that. And they showed this for a reason. Yep.
Just the two of them over there.
And her and her fucking camera. We know all about Robin and her. Like, why are you taking pictures?
Cody's got photos of it. Cody's got photos. Just stand there and just stay out of the way.
She's not.
Stay out of the way today.
I don't see how they're that dumb to think that this is appropriate right now.
I've got the urn, the new urn. Garrison's remains are in this new urn, and it's different.
Garrison was always pretty
different is his way, I feel, of saying that he doesn't like it. Because that's what he said about Tony and McKelty's wedding when the officiant said that he wanted to use the Frisbees. Cody's like, whoa, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
He clearly didn't like it. I think he doesn't like this.
Probably because he didn't have a part in it.
Yeah, and he's like, a Viking ship? That's weird. Because he probably had no idea that Garrison was into that kind of lore and stuff.
And Mitch is more handy than he is.
Oh, that is very emasculating for him. I think that Mitch was able to do this, and it is beautiful.
Yeah.
Intrigued.
Still taking pictures, by the way.
Culture. You know, her son-in-law, her husband's husband, is
So
a very
many.
talented carpenter and carver and all of that.
He built an urn that was shaped and looked just like a Viking ship.
I take a couple pictures of it, and then I set it over by the graveside.
I did this. I did this.
Hawaiian shirt. Garrison had this little business he wanted to start called Bob's Floral, and it was going to be, Hawaiian shirts.
And it's like, Tim, you do not match at all. What are you wearing? And how funny and how appropriate.
Oh, Mary.
Garrison's nickname was Bob, like Bob's Florals. It's good we have good memories of him.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for the opportunity to conduct. I'd like to start off with some prepared remarks.
Aurora and her fucking bow in her hair. For Brianna, it's creepy.
It's creepy.
Marriage. Marriage is why we are gathered here today.
Oh my word, Garrison would so do this. He'd show up in the shorts and the Hawaiian shirt. He'd show up and do something silly when everybody's expecting something somber. That would have been Garrison's sense of humor, 100%.
The key thing.
By the way, while that was happening just now, I just looked up if Bob's Florals is still around. The only thing you can find is a link to Garrison's Instagram page, and it was for him being like, with that picture, him in the thing, and saying these are now available. And then one of the comments said, "I heard somewhere that the Browns want to reopen this in Garrison's name. Can anybody find out if Robin and Kody are going to be involved in this? Because otherwise, I think this could be a good moneymaker." Which I agree. If they don't. That they should do that and maybe put money for mental health or something. Because I was like, oh, I can do that for Jodie or something. Yeah, because Hawaiian shirts are really fun. No one can be sad when they're wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, by the way, that is Aurora for sure. That's Aurora and her long
loves a bow,
little baby bow.
Bows on adult women are so triggering for me, and I don't know why.
Well, but this is like an especially long. It's like Victorian era.
Down my back. Yeah,
bizarre.
Took away from Garrison in life was we're always going to find a way to cut up on something. We're always going to find a way to find humor, and we're going to enjoy life. None of us, except for a mother who's had this set of events, will understand a mother's anguish. None of us, except a father who's been in this circumstance, will understand a father's remorse. On the other hand,
Good point. Actually,
go away, Areola. Sorry.
I hate that she's there. It just really bugs me.
Inappropriate timing to do like the hugging and stuff.
I don't even mind that she's
pull
there.
your fucking kid off of him.
Janelle is doing
Pull her away.
oh no, wait. Janelle has Axel next to her, so that's
yeah.
Here, Kimbo says Tim throws shade at Kody by saying Janelle had anguish, but Kody had remorse. Go to. I actually do feel that the brothers were probably like, so you want to maybe mention how you had a little bit of a hand in this, and maybe what could you like? That is very pointed. I think there's a couple other things that he says here that are
Oh, that absolutely was
good. But
it was what it was.
He doesn't catch
remorse.
It. Yeah, remorse. I'm at 15-14.
In time, a mother will understand only a mother's joy. A father will only understand a father's pride.
See, that's kind of almost like, because Kody, that's Kody's biggest thing is pride. Mm-hmm. And yeah, Kody, you probably were proud of him sometimes, but in a sense, your pride is kind of a really big factor.
What destroyed the family.
Yes. Pride.
Mm-hmm.
1456.
Yep. And this mortality.
Oh, sorry. I know I keep pausing, but I'm just noting there's so many people like that we haven't seen in a while. And I just like forget it. You could see Leon and Peyton is like really going through it. Looking at Peyton's face is killing me. You know what I like here is that Christine is kind of up at the front and David is very far pulled back, almost in a respectful manner since he never really knew Garrison that well. So I appreciate, these little things that all these people are, thinking about being respectful.
Yep.
Is about learning how to embrace both sides of the experience. Whether I speak in anger or I speak in love, those words, those deeds are here right now, and they cannot be erased. But here's the challenge. 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 20 years from now, will you deepen your relationships? Will they become more important to you? Will you be more engaging? Yeah. And if so, you will heal.
This whole speech seems to be directed at Kody.
I was just going to say that is directly to Kody.
Good. Good. I hope the family, I hope they caught on to that, which I'm sure they did. Hopefully this you'll learn your lesson from this. And he didn't. He hasn't. Yeah.
No, he hasn't learned a thing.
Of the tell-all that coming up on the tell-all next week, Kody's acting like a fucking asshole. And so, can you just get my name out of your mouth? It's hard to not talk about.
Really? Because you said, well, actually, you referred to all of them when you said, after babies, they're overweight and really old and really gross.
Yeah.
And look at you, babe. Woof. Timestamp.
Oh, okay. Right now I'm about to click it and we're at 14:14 left. Yes. Oh, Discovery asked me, are you enjoying the app? And I wrote no. And I was like, switch your timestamps back to how they were before, please.
Ooh, you tell them.
I got him. 14:14.
He just was a beautiful, beautiful soul, and he's
Mary.
I hate that he's gone.
Yeah.
Would everybody please remove their shoes and socks and stand barefoot?
This is really cool.
I wonder if this is just to kind of be as close to him as possible, probably.
Shoes, it's not a Mormon thing. It's not a fundamentalist Mormon thing. This funeral is not cookie cutter by any means. And that would be how Garrison would have it.
Okay, I'm going to pause for just a second. Even the way Kody's standing, here, I'm going to
hop in a hip.
Yeah, he's standing with his legs akimbo, hands on hips, legs apart, taking up a lot of space.
He's posing.
I was going to say, as if to draw attention to himself. But I really think this is a cool concept. I really like this. Like, take off your shoes, like you're grounded to the earth. Like his body is returning to the earth, and we like, I just thought it was beautiful.
Deborah Rosen says, Mary throwing an arm around Janelle at the gravesite, putting aside the petty bullshit. Nothing from Robin. I don't think she even greeted Janelle, and I guarantee you that she didn't. And I guarantee you she's going to do like what she did at Gwen's or at the, at the baby shower at Gwen's engagement. Oh, we'll just stay over here then. Don't want to bother and ruffle any feathers.
She'll just like stick to Kody like glue. She'll just be real clingy to him, which is going to piss everyone else off
really
more.
Informative about how alone she is.
Yeah, just want to say, I do see the OG handsome woman, Janelle. She's got one of those big, like Polynesian sort of straw hat things, I think.
But she's on the family side. She's got to be pissed at Kody too. The whole family. This was only a few months later.
So Kody,
the mood here is not.
Wait, actually, so Kody and Robin and her kids are the only ones standing on the other side.
Yes. Like his mother, I'm sure his mom's like, Jesus. Like you
she raised him though. She raised him.
I know, but I think a lot of that had more to do with him than her. Okay. We're at 1333. 333. It's lucky.
Understanding that we're about to intern the remains of Garrison down to this earth. And all of you put the scripture, earth to earth, dust to dust, ashes to ashes.
Okay.
I hope that you will feel a connection to the
areola.
Earth. And as I stand here with my bare feet
yes, I saw
on the soil.
Oh, the woman back there who does turn out to be Caleb's sister. So Cody's brother that passed, wife. Right here, she looks exactly like Aida Turturro, Tony's sister on The Sopranos. Does she not look like Janice right there?
Ah, I'm probably related to her.
What?
I'm probably related to her.
Italian, the Italian heritage, of course.
Yeah. Yep. I love this. Cody's always looking like he's waiting for a 5, 6, 7, 8. God, what I would give to see that man in a chorus line.
Again, we've said several times that that's the profession he should have gone into.
Yeah.
1309.
I want to testify that I believe in the resurrection, and I have a faith, but mostly I have a hope that I will be reunited.
Mm-hmm. Tim is crying more than Robin.
That I will be reunited with my loved ones, and that we will rejoice in a mutual embrace again. And I would encourage everyone to gain such testimony. In the name of Christ Jesus, amen.
I just noticed that Axel, who is 3, is standing still better than Ariel is.
Oh yeah, he's probably like 5, but yeah, Ariel, she's stepping and she was like doing she was just like like leaning back and forth. And like I get it, like there's kids that are gonna have different needs. But you can still reach over or like put your hand on their shoulder, pull her to the end, maybe not right in front of the hole. Like,
yeah, you're setting her up for disaster by having her stand next to the grave with Kody.
Yeah, bye. Move away. Move away.
Again, not her fault. Like that was clearly Robin. Make sure you go stand up there with Dad, so that they have a constant reminder.
You can comfort him.
Yeah, this is his family.
Yep, absolutely.
1223.
Kody and Janelle. When somebody passes, you mourn, you grieve, you do move on, but there's always going to be this space. You will focus on other things. You will love other people.
Sorry. In the comment, Axel's 1 year younger than Ari. That's right. Because remember, the babies couldn't meet each other for like 2 weeks because Ariola was sick. That's right.
They look like 2 completely different sizes.
Yeah. She's a tall girl. Robin's got those long legs and she's got those tall jeans. Diesel jeans. 1201 is left.
Have other experiences, you will have joy. But that space that person took in your life that you loved, that you cherished, that space will not be filled.
I just want to say one thing, just a short thing.
Jodie wants to say something.
Garrison was sitting in the bed.
I don't believe this.
Sad. And I said, "Why you gone, boy?" I said, "I'm not. It ain't that bad here. Dad, stop listening to sad music. This sucks when I'm hanging out with you."
That was like a really nice speech. Like I hope that was.
Kody made it about himself. I was not moved by that.
Did that really happen? Or if I'm gonna be bitchy about it, it seems like he's like, I'm gonna say that Garrison came to me and said that he's happier where he is, just so you guys don't.
Well, I mean, just, like him saying, he told me to stop listening to sad music. It's like, again, he's making it about him. Like, I mean, he told me not to be sad. So, I mean,
I'm listening to so much sad music, you guys. I'm sad.
Exactly. That's what it is. Like, I'm sad. I'm sad. Stop listening to sad music. I just been, Now, I do think, and I think most people have like these dreams and stuff after people pass. So I'm sure he did, but his retelling of the story is not great.
And it seemed like that wasn't planned, and the family was like, oh, God, here we go. They seemed
Kody thought that was really gonna. He got a big reaction out of the kids and Robin.
Yeah, they were funny, lighthearted funeral. Latrice, move. She's gonna claw me.
Just the difference in how they speak and their honoring is. I mean, it's so obvious. Yeah, I'm with you. Letting the days go by. He made that up. I kind of think so too.
I want to believe him, but oh man, they're really struggling here.
But I'm okay. Just stop with the sad music. The rest of it's fun.
Logan. So now Kody and Janelle, Ariola has finally moved back to where she should be with the breath.
Barely though. She's still right in the frame.
And Kody and Janelle are, I think, moving the urn into the resting place. And Logan is there just kind of like with he's spotting Janelle kind of. He's like making sure that she's okay. Okay, we're at 10:20.
Oh, Kody taking his jacket off.
Oh, no, God.
I got you. I'm right behind you.
I feel the weight of the urn as I lift it, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, God, hearing everyone crying.
And I feel like there's some symbolism in me handing him to Kody. And even though Kody and I have our big differences, in that moment, we were just parents.
Oh,
This is a good point. What the Ashley said. What sucks, this is what I was thinking too earlier. What sucks is the OGs can't really focus on their grief because they have to be constantly irritated by him. This is not, I agree. Yes. It's like, if it could just be them, the safe space, it's just, but there's still these bitch eating crackers in the room, and it does take away the experience.
Yeah. That was beautiful what Janelle said. Like in that moment, we were just, oh God, that killed me. Just like gutted me. Because like it made me think like, I'm sure she's thinking like that moment he was born. Like
Yeah, of
when the
course.
two of you like made this thing together. Not this thing, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like, oh
It's about to
God.
get sadder, by the way, when the boys start to talk.
He doesn't deserve Janelle's kindness.
No.
Do you have anything that you'd like to put in the grave?
Hayden, oh, this is awful. He said, I have yours, you have mine, I have yours, you have mine, and he threw his dog tags in. And God, this is where all of this is going to kill me because it goes into the whole military thing. I don't know anyone in the military, but I do understand how like profound all of this is that they're about to say. Get ready. We're at 8:41 left. And he's pouring a beer out for him.
He's been a big part of my life because he has been my military leadership. I have his tags, so I gave him my tags, and his tags will hang on me forever. And I'm hanging mine on the boat so that mine will hang with him forever. And I felt really, really right to give him the military aspects that I will now have forever.
Any other family members, you're not required to, but this you can get dirt on it. Yes. You can drop dirt if you want.
All right. So other kids, Maddie, Leon, I think, throwing stuff in. This is Hunter. He said, Garrison was my playmate.
He was my bunkmate.
He was my bunkmate.
For all my life.
For all my life.
She was my arch nemesis. And my best friend and beloved brother. And Garrison I chosen, and Garrison was my first lieutenant commissioned officer. And this was my hat of it.
He said it was his first commissioned salute as an officer was to Garrison.
I got my first salute from Garrison.
Some of the family brought special tokens. That are going to be buried with Garrison's remains. These things, these tokens, they all have meaning.
Kody was able to bring his boy home.
They just showed Robin tossing dirt on the grave and then just walking away, not saying anything, just like a sprinkle.
Unbelievable.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're at 6:48.
Put him in the earth, put him in the ground, put him to rest.
I just picture his
Mary
smile. And in this one particular picture, his face is like pointing up to the sun. You know, it's just the smile. It's just gone for the world. And it's just heartbreaking. The world had lost this amazing person. And they didn't even know. No one else knew what an amazing person that they'll never know. And the weddings he won't be at. And the kids' lives he won't be in. The best thing to do is just, I think, for me, is just sit in the moment and allow myself to grieve.
Live your life. Live it to the fullest extent possible. Extend yourself and make relationships so that when you're done and your remains are going into the earth, you have family that gather to say they're going to miss you and the associations that they had with you. Live your life to the maximum that you can and be effective in somebody else's life.
Kody. He's talking right to
He's
Kody.
finally here. He's finally at rest. It's finished. This part of the journey is finished.
That was beautiful. They did a really great job. We're back at that house.
Oh, Gabe, you came! Gabriel!
I brought your children fireworks, Madison.
Favorite uncle! You know, I have found there is great healing for me in being here with the kids. It just reminds me of that there's a bigger picture, that I still have this amazing family and so many exciting things happening.
Sorry, let's stop it right here. Yeah, as everyone's in the comments saying, that last piece that he said, he was like looking at Kody. He was like kind of looking down, and then he's like, make sure that when you leave this earth, other people like care and like miss you. He's just staring right at Kody, and Cody's just standing there, hands on the hips. It's just wild that he hasn't, especially after all of this. People are like, the kids must have talked to him. He definitely did this for Janelle and the kids. It's wild that he has not done that since then. In fact, I think a couple of people said the relationship is now worse than it was before.
Oh, God. I mean, how you can go through this and then, you know, have, you know, child support and land disputes and all that kind of stuff after even Kody said like the grace and kindness that Janelle showed him was
she did not
undeserved.
Undeserved.
This is a great point. Christine said, Tim spent entire summers with the boys on the ranch. I bet he spent collectively more time 100%. With each of them than Kody.
100%.
Yeah. And this is lovely too. Just like afterwards, the whole family getting together. And
yes. And then Gabe,
that's part of that like and healing too. Ugh. So painful. Sorry.
This is going to end with Madison talking to Leon in a very kind of off the cuff conversation. And I'm glad they ended it like this. And it's not really, I don't see it so much as a fuck you to Robin, but like, I don't even know what the word to use, but like hey, we didn't do this. So this is not us. So I'll talk about that in a second here.
Yeah. My boys have always been aware and take care of their mom. I mean, they all do it. They all will give me big hugs, and they always check on me. They're always just aware of me.
Oh, there's Axel. There he is. Hey, Axel.
Hey, kid wants
to see you. Janelle loves us so much.
Gabriel. Wow.
All right, you have to be super safe, okay? You can only use them when an adult is around. And if your dad says. So go ask your dad.
Oh, it's such a big heart.
Yes, you can.
All right, come on, bud.
Like, so with Kody, it's like,
this is Madison.
I'm
Kody, she calls him.
Things happened, but I can control how I react and how I reciprocate. And I'm still deciding how I do that. I'm sad for.
I'll take a second here to say that they put up a thing on the screen saying Leon, they, them, Mary and Cody's kid. Love it. Can you also maybe go to season 13, episode 4 and change the fucking title from the dead name? Is it that
right?
After all of it for free.
Yeah.
So this is good. Leon also seems very. Should we be talking about this on camera? But
yeah, I kind of want to know the backstory. Like, did they talk to Robin's kids at the funeral? Did they approach them? I'd be
That's
interested
probably
to
what they're
see.
addressing here as wow. It's really unfortunate that they seem to think that we still hate them after all this time. And I wonder if the kids even knew up until last week that she said this, because this seems to be like, I'm going to say this on camera because there's no way that no matter what I say or if I text it, it's going to get intercepted by Kody and Robin and Spun. So I'm going to say this on camera so that they can see me saying this, because there's no other way it's ever going to get back to them.
Okay, but now, do you think there was any speaking at all? Because I could see Robin's kids showing up and just not going over and talking to anyone.
I guarantee you that's what happened. I don't think there was talking at all. That's probably what they're discussing here. Like, wow, that's unfortunate that there was no interaction. And I'm sure that Aurora and Brianna especially were really hamming it up, being like, whoa.
Well, then that would be relationship ending. Like that, if it's just Robin and the kids did not come over to say anything to us or to talk to us at all, I think that would be relationship ending.
But the relationship ending thing,
strangers give condolences.
That could have had to do with his actual funeral. This is just the burial. So there was a funeral and there was the military service that he could have been talking about. So we don't really know which one of those it went.
Okay. Well, I just want to say, and on that lovely note, Rebecca, thank you for the super sticker. That was really sweet. Thank you.
Rebecca from Berlin. This whole thing here, I wonder. So I imagine I'm Brianna and Aurora in Dayton.
Yep.
And you're with like the low tier family. You're with like the dorks, the shittier part.
You thought you were the cool kids, and now you're like, oh.
Oh, I don't even think that. I think they're aware that they're in like the lame-o part of the family, and it's kind of like. And now it's almost like the cool kids are like offering a hand. So I wonder how that must feel like. I feel like it's like Carrie and Big in Sex and the City where she's with Aiden. She's so happy and like everything's very safe here. But then Big's like, hey, except that the OG 13 are not Big. They're actually more like Aiden. But it's like, oh God, do you think that they're like, I want to be with them? Like the real Browns. Because they seem to be part of it. Like I wonder how.
Not if they're looking at Kody and Robin like,
I don't believe that they're actually doing that.
And I mean, I'm sure it's like, okay, well, you guys can come, but your mom ain't invited. And that's not going to happen.
I wonder if they ever knew that Madison said this until this aired or felt this way. Like, I wonder if Robin because Robin sat them down and said the family doesn't
said it other times too. Like, we don't have a problem with them. We talked to them. They've said it other times too.
Okay. Well, here we go. 2:33 left.
Really sad for Robin's kids. And like, if I had a conversation with any of them, I'd be like, I have nothing against you. And if I've ever done anything to hurt you, I'm sorry. Like, I would love to have a conversation with them. I'm not sure what to say other than that. Like, if I ever caused you pain, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You see the sky?
Now they're all outside looking at the sky, out there on the fire.
Home is amazing.
We know, faith or not, so we have the memory.
They got their little sparklers and fireworks. Oh, this is cute.
I don't have a lot of memories.
Caleb's womanly hips.
That I saw. I have the memory of who I saw it with.
Oh, and here's some pictures of Garrison.
One soul with another soul fills our hearts. And when that soul is gone, we're holding that memory to keep our hearts strong.
Ugh.
We just hope we never forget.
Right. I mean, great finale. I'm glad he had 3 episodes. Yeah. In loving memory. It's Garrison
should be there.
I know. Is there going to be a preview?
Oh, there is.
No, not at all.
Hey, Kody! How are you?
Good, I'm all right. I'm doing all right.
Comes in aggressive.
I totally prefer to just meet somebody organically.
Oh my God.
There has to be physical attraction. There has to be intellectual attraction. There could be a great man who loves to work in the dirt, maybe, and help you on that farm.
Janelle's like, yeah, okay, yes, I know.
I know.
I know.
A woman doesn't have to have a man to be complete. Oh my God, people. Jesus. Maybe she doesn't want to be with anyone.
I would have that be like, here are topics we can't touch. I'll talk about Garrison all day long. Don't ask me about
I may or may not meet someone, but I'm fine. There's more important things in life, like my children. Did you see this season?
Gardening. Okay. But you can tell already here. It's an interesting juxtaposition of like Kody being all self-reflective and then, okay, hi Suki, are you excited? I'm not excited about this at all. Just coming in hot.
Yeah.
I promise you I'm not asexual. I promise you. I wish they would all focus on their own relationships.
They are.
Really?
Polygamy doesn't work if you're going to actually fall in love.
And you fell in love.
I fell in love hard.
I was like, what a slap in the face. Really? Come on. So you're just bringing that up just to...
I'm to the point where I'm walking around flipping two birds because I am so sick and tired.
Yeah, but let's get back.
Being guilted for loving Robin.
No one cares that you loved Robin. It's because once you found her, you neglected everyone else. Of course, you should love Robin. That's your wife, right? God, this narrative.
Well, right, exactly. That's not the issue, dude.
It was never the issue, in fact.
They were
Robin.
They were polygamists. They actually wanted you to have more wives. Like they knew that was part of the game.
But you
just didn't do it right.
And they saw like, oh, he's capable of treating someone this nicely. It's wild. And just knowing that he went through the funeral, the military service, moving, and then he did this tell-all and is getting this angry.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so funny. No one cares you love that neck.
That chin. Letting the days go. Oh, by the way, I figured out what this was. This has nothing to do with Patreon. They're gifting blind support memberships for YouTube because again, we have a membership here on YouTube too. I always forget to talk about. So thank you for that. So 10 of you out there just got a little membership.
Amazing. Thank you. You're the best. Oh.
Right.
Well, listen, we love you guys. We know it's a long show or a long 2 episodes, no matter how you slice it up and divide it. Thanks for first of all, thank you from me. Thank you from Carmelita or whoever this person is that has
Smoke Show Amanda over here.
60% of my face. Yeah, Smoke Show Amanda is also thankful.
Really quickly, next week, I don't think there'll be any tears. So everyone can come we can all drink extra haterade next week and come ready to love to hate.
Oh, tears. I thought you were like TIERS. I'm like, tears.
Yes,
I'm tears.
And remember, we have you can join our nifty gifty on the Total Request Pod, TR Pod. It's a patreon.com/TR Pod. I put it at 50% off the first month. So that'll be either $2 or $3, depending on like there's two. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. We'll be here next week. And give us a little thumbs up, subscribe, do it. Doesn't cost you a thing.
Stick around right now and leave a comment. Just say RIP Garrison. Say anything. Say we love you guys, love the crew. That's it. Yeah. All right, Walter, we're done. Stinky. All right, we love you guys so much. We love you, Garrison. And don't be afraid to ever reach out, please. You are loved.
That's right.
And you know what else? You're all
adios.
Adios. You're all
adios. Adios.
Bye-bye.
Well, guys, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for joining us today on our We Love to Hate Everything channel. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a like or even a comment. And click on that bell if you want notifications, because you never know when we might pop up and go live. Please check out our other 2 podcasts on Patreon, where we snark on even more TV, movies, and pop culture. We got Total Request Podcast. That's patreon.com/TRPod. And We Love to Hate TV. Patreon.com/LoveToHateTV. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.